Hello world. This is CS50 on Twitch. My name is Colton Ogden. I'm joined today by
David Malan
and
Veronica Nutting.
Both stars from prior streams of ours, just making sure that everything is framed well. We have a lot of people in the chat today. We have a super awesome stream.
Well, it's not so much
today.
super now, right?
Yeah.
The last one was super. This one is
super in the sense that it's still going to be amazing.
This is going to be a legendary.
It's going to be a legendary. I should have done
legendary
that. I should have done that. I should have written this is going to be a legendary. I screwed that one up. But yeah, today, as we will be able to see on the stream,
Colton will be right back. He's off camera at the moment.
A second is the Legend of Zelda, and I don't think we can actually see super well. If we press A, does it bring it back? Start?
I haven't played this game in 20 years.
Dang.
So.
Okay. I feel like
Athena's winning with 0 points.
Wow. I feel like we should bring it back. We should bring it back to the title screen here. So this is the Legend of Zelda. Did you play Legend of Zelda growing up, right?
I did. This was maybe one of the second NES game that I played. And recall that Super Mario Brothers came out in, I think, 1985. Zelda was 1986. So we're kind of working our way annually through my childhood here.
And like another iconic Nintendo classic, to this day, they continue to obviously produce really good, like Breath of the Wild being a recent Zelda game.
Indeed.
They continue sort of biannually, triannually releasing a new classic Zelda title. And you, if I'm not mistaken...
I'm also an expert on this game.
The 1986 version of Zelda?
In the 80s, I was, just a cool 20-year-old playing video games all the time, and this is just, it's really right up my alley.
Well, you've aged well from the 80s, yeah.
Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. I've never played before.
So that's good. We have sort of new and old playing this game. And what's interesting, I think, about Zelda is that whereas Super Mario Brothers was a two-dimensional side-scroller where you did have a map, but it was only left to right, Zelda allows you to go up, down, left to right, and even into the Z-axis, if you will, underground as well.
Okay,
Indeed.
Up, down, left, and right.
You got that? This is about as simple as it gets. This was the original Nintendo controller. Up, down, left, right, BA, start, select.
Wow.
No, this is very few buttons.
Very few.
my computer here just have access to the chat so I can stop maybe going out of frame as much.
So what we're going to do is try to go through as much of the game as we can along the way, talking about game development. Colton, recall, teaches a class on NetX called Introduction to Game Development using Lua and a lot of games from yesteryear, this one among them.
Yeah, we'll try to make it a little educational while we're having...
But it's also near the holidays too, so we figured we could slip in one more playful stream before the end of the year.
Indeed, and this is a good one, and it'd be nice to make maybe a Zelda piece at one of these days. I'm just going to toss the idea out there.
The thing is, kids today, well, they know what the new versions of Zelda are like.
That's true. By the way, we have an astronomical number of chat messages that we've missed.
Oh, we should catch up.
We have quite a few people actually tuned in live right now, too. Nice. Let me just give a shout out to all the people, because I don't know if we have time to read all the messages. It'd be nice to start diving in, but all the people that have tuned in. So Velikir's Bavik Knight, Nuwanda333, Asley, I did see Brenda was there in the chat. I believe Brenda was actually the second person to post a message. So shout outs to Brenda.
Go Brenda.
She said that she wanted her daughter to watch the stream because her daughter's a big Zelda fan.
Oh, good. She'll learn a lot here today on CS50's Twitch.
Yeah, Bavik Knight Belikurs, for Sunlight, Fatma, M. Kloppenberg, thank you all so much. Robert Springer, JP Guy made an appearance.
Some familiar usernames for sure.
Izo TV says, let's go. We have
gotta go.
Bardos Colo. And by the way, also, thanks everybody so much for following. We have 1,000 followers on Twitch as of yesterday.
Nice.
So thank you all so much. Anybody who's followed, thank you so much. And if you haven't followed yet and you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this on Twitch, definitely hit follow and you'll be able to get notifications and join us in the chat live when we play games or actually teach educational stuff too. We do a lot of that.
We can do both at once.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we can multitask. Sanabia, thank you very much. CPU intensive. Got a lot of people. Gravywave123.
There's some great usernames.
So many people. Yeah, so many great usernames. Goal1 says, hey Veronica, hi. Tuxman, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this stress ball. You know the reference?
No.
It's dangerous. We'll see it in just a second.
Okay.
Let's make a brand new.
And we can be CS50.
That's true. We did create that.
It's doing well at 0.
We created that in advance.
So Athena, you're about to get bested.
So this is the beginning of the game world. You're kind of like, and Shigeru Miyamoto sort of.
Why don't I show you how to play?
Sure,
was inspired by exploring his own countryside.
Okay.
And that was a big part of what inspired the way that he designed this game. And for example, this cave here, he would explore caves as a child and go in and sort of look for them and be mystified by them. And that's sort of the whole gist of
Did not know that when I first played this.
Screen
is
This is Link.
Zelda,
no, this is Link. And Link, I believe, is trying to rescue Princess Zelda.
Correct.
At the very end.
From the clutches of Ganon, the evil Ganon.
Details I did not know in 1986.
A typical story of rescuing some
But notice, I mean, this is Link. He looks beautiful now in 3D graphics on the Switch and other hardware. But like, look, he's probably like 100 pixels total, top down, left to right.
Much fewer than 100.
Fewer than.
Oh, you mean square
Total.
pixels? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's 8-bit color, presumably.
Is that a Bible? Or
No, that's a shield.
It looks like a Bible, doesn't it?
But you can go up, down, left, right. You can see his little ears.
it's like a missionary.
There you go.
Yeah, we go and spread.
And he's holding a sword in his left hand, as you can see.
Not yet. He's actually not holding a sword yet. No.
What's he holding?
That's his ear, his elf ears.
Oh, that's his ear.
So
Okay.
if you go into this cave,
I don't know.
Those graphics.
So this black square represents a cave.
yeah.
Okay, so let's go up here. There we
really
go.
Abstracted away.
Yeah, they did. So this is the one I was
Oh, I
alluding to.
forgot that I have.
Oh, okay, that's the thing we just read.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this stress ball. What somebody said in the chat.
Now, what's going to happen if I touch the fire? Is that bad?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I can't touch the fire.
It looks like it's not hurting you.
So this kind of reminds me of Scratch. Like if the Link is a sprite, how is it in a game detecting the fire and not letting me go further? Because I'm hitting up still.
Yeah, in this case.
How would this work?
In this case, both things have what's called a bounding box.
Okay.
Just an invisible rectangle that surrounds your character or surrounds an obstacle.
Okay.
And by a simple calculation where you basically see whether the opposing edges of those rectangles are separated,
Okay.
you can determine whether something is colliding with another box or not. It's called axis aligned bounding box.
So it looks like
Collision
a
detection.
big rectangle. It's not just the fire, because I can't even go up over here.
In this case, what they probably have done is they just said you can't go above Y level X.
Oh, interesting. So that is pretty much like Scratch. You can express
Okay,
this with
yeah.
blocks. All right, should we get the sword?
So we could probably do this in Scratch. This reminds me of a couple of Scratch
We have,
games.
yeah. A few students have done these sort of, what would you call this? It's not a side scroller.
No, this is a. It's an action adventure game. It would be a scrolling action adventure, top-down action adventure.
That's a mouthful.
Scrolling top-down action adventure. I'm not sure how they defined it in
Scrolling as opposed to what?
well, in this case, a game maybe that's on one screen that doesn't
Like
move
Candy Crush.
Okay.
That would be
For kids your age, yeah.
It's like multiple scenes. Means that we're scrolling because we're sort of going to different rooms.
The map changes over time,
The
whereas
map
Candy
changes.
Crush and Space Invaders, if you
Like
rewind back to
static.
my day, yeah, it's just a rectangular region. All right, I'm gonna get the sword. Here we go.
Nabila Purple says, hello, Professor.
Hello,
Kill?
Nabila. No, did I kill the wizard? No, he disappeared because I took the.
Went up and maybe like stabbed.
No, we got it. And now if you look on A, so now I can
I see.
shoot. I don't remember why this is the case, but apparently my sword throws infinite numbers of swords.
Yeah, it's like I guess a
Okay.
magical. So the master
Oh, it's a
sword.
magical sword.
So the master sword is the sword, the classic Zelda sword. Like you get the master sword usually by pulling it out of a stone, like King Arthur style.
Yeah.
But in this game, you actually start with the sword that has that ability. But in the games that followed, you would only get this ability once you specifically got the master sword, and that was just a magical
I
ability the
see.
sword had.
But now we got it pretty early. So
Yeah.
what's interesting about game design, we talked about this in Super Mario Brothers, even if you don't really know how to play, like that black box is clearly alluring and is sort of self-instructive.
I mean, it took a couple minutes though.
No, I knew it was a cave. But right, you can go up, left, or right, but more interesting is that black hole.
Yeah,
so you might
exactly.
be inclined to go in there, or maybe it backfires. Maybe you don't want to go in it because it looks
Yeah.
like a hole
Looks
to
like
fall in.
it looks like an
What
evil
happens
cave.
if you keep going?
Which way do you want to go?
And okay, let's go to the left. To the left.
So now here's your
wow.
side scroller, but
Okay,
now
okay.
these scare me, so I'm gonna shoot with A.
They're like spider.
Now heart looks like.
boxes.
Notice, I think if I get this heart, it's not going to do anything because I already have 3 in my life
Okay.
force.
Correct.
Now this, I don't know why he's allowed to go anywhere. Now I vaguely remember that sometimes the bushes can be moved or something.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that true?
I don't know the exact ones that can be moved, but there are
Yeah, not
certain ones
these.
that have a characteristic to them. You use an item, a specific item, I think. I actually haven't beaten this one. I beat the one for Super Nintendo, but this is the one I only beat
Dude,
like
you've
2
had
dungeons.
like 20 years. To
I know,
beat
I've
this.
had a long time. I've had a long time.
30 years. You've
Yeah.
had 30 years.
27
Okay,
years.
so question: would this be sort of like a static situation, or if I restarted the game, would the bushes be in a
good
different
question.
place?
So what you're describing is procedural generation of like the game world, and in this case, no, this is all completely static, or
Okay.
randomization, I guess.
So
in
let's
that
see what
case.
happens if I come back.
Yeah, everything. So there are
Oh,
some
so
games.
it's maintained state.
It maintains
Okay,
state for the
okay.
enemies, yes. When
Okay.
you're on the overworld.
Which way do you want to go? Left or up?
Up. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Oh, and there, it looks like there's a little map on the top. A nice
Oh, that's
Yeah.
1-bit map.
Yeah, you get a very.
Okay, these guys look scary. This looks like Hubert, actually, which is
does,
another game from
yeah.
my childhood.
I don't know if that one.
Probably
I don't think that one's on
unrelated.
here.
Okay, so now they've sort of evolved.
That one's for the Commodore, wasn't it? Wasn't that a Commodore game?
At least, I'm sure it existed on other platforms. Okay, you want to go in the cave?
Yes.
Here we go.
I'm gonna
And as
shout
soon as
out
I
all the
die,
people that
we'll
followed
change
us.
controller,
Okay,
so
sounds good.
you don't
We got
have to.
a bunch of followers just a minute ago.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you want? Wait, can we afford any? How many? We have 0 coins. We can't afford
Yeah,
anything.
you're not a great affluent hero. Just
We're
yet.
losing already.
What's
Okay.
the coin? Is it the blue circle?
We picked. I haven't gotten any coins yet.
So they
Umar
don't even show
Farouk,
up.
Everyday Engineer,
Eventually.
Giuliano Bergamo, White Wolfern, Barto Scolo, Hekin Code, Kumoto, and Aquilion.
Oh, I want that!
Thank you so much for
Oh
following.
no! Damn it! Ah! You're gonna be playing pretty soon, I think.
Oh my
Okay, I got the
God.
coin.
You're getting wealthy though.
Okay.
Okay.
And thankfully, the later
At
games
what
got really good at
cost?
this. They would actually weight the drop rates of the items, such that if you had low health, you get a higher chance to get a heart.
What's a drop rate?
nice.
A drop rate is the percentage chance you have to get a particular item from an enemy. So like
Oh,
an enemy
int-
can drop either a rupee, for example, or a heart, or an arrow, or a bomb, depending on which Zelda game you're playing.
Interesting. So I can't fire my swords anymore. I can
No.
only stab.
Correct, because you don't have full health. You can only do it when you're at full health.
Well, that's misleading. Oh, interesting. Another bounding box here.
Okay.
I really want to take him out, though. Okay, here we go.
It's a bounding box,
yeah.
but the
Okay, this is
thing
too
that
scary.
the monster is shooting is not bounded.
It's a bounding box. It still has a bounding box, but it moved. That one moves with the
So
fire.
see that
Yep.
sort of went past the bounding box.
I'm gonna try to.
So a bounding box is, in this case,
no.
a collision, like for. Certain boxes can collide with other boxes,
Okay.
and that's programmatic. You decide which ones you actually want to collide with each other, and then you perform the calculations
we-
like, on a.
Can we keep going?
Yeah.
Continue.
No, yeah, just press start. I need to press start.
Okay, it's Veronica's turn now.
Okay.
All right, I teed it up. I got us 3 coins and 3 hearts. I got you 3 new
How
hearts.
are they still here? Why is this still the same?
I died.
But you died, but why is your sort of...
Well, we're
Why is there
continuing,
coins
but
here?
kind of like in Mario Brothers, you go back to the beginning of the world.
Yeah, except
beginning
unlike
of the
Mario
level.
Brothers, you actually do keep all the items that you've gotten. So notice that he still has his 3 rupees.
So you have a leg up now.
Okay,
I was at a
so-
disadvantage before. I didn't have anything.
and the
You guys-
sword
Okay, A.
with the
Does
shot.
B do anything?
Not yet.
B
I
not
think.
yet. No, you can get more items though, in which case we'll be able to actually use it. And we got another follower.
So much for continuing my progress. We'll just go this other way, huh?
Space
Oh, wait,
Ghost
wait,
7.
is
Thank you
it
for
actually
following.
different?
No, that's fine. Don't get shot by him. There you go. Nice, nice. Yeah, this really does look like Hubert.
Yeah, these guys do.
Nice.
So there we go. So we're getting money.
And I have not seen these levels in years.
Oh, wow. So all of those would have taken me...
Oh, there's something maze-like about this coming up, I think, right?
One of these places has that characteristic, yeah. I only know bits and pieces of this specific game, so I'll be less and less helpful as we get farther in.
What's funny with these early games too is
Nice.
to your point about bounding boxes. Like this is a grid with only a finite number of ways you can go up, down, left, right, and you could just as easily draw all these trees as just like black obstructions. But the fact that there's some texture to it just makes it so much more
And the
immersive.
Yeah,
shadows.
yeah.
And it's funny, just that aesthetic detail, not to mention the fun music that's playing behind the scenes.
On
Really,
just a loop. Is
yeah,
this-
probably.
Yep.
Is this probably a sound that was recorded, or is this being synthesized based on some encoding of
This,
notes?
this
would you
is
say?
being synthesized based on a data representation of notes, yeah.
Now that's
Wait,
probably more
really?
space efficient.
Oh, much more.
Oh, that was a
space
cool
efficient.
sound.
Yeah, that was a follower, a new follower on our
Oh,
thing. That's what you
unrelated.
Thank you to Avdol Avaduru for
Welcome
the follow.
aboard to CS50's Twitch.
Boom.
Nice.
You're up to 10 coins. That's good.
I am killing
The
it.
NES had I
Oh,
think 2
my- oh,
square wave
oh.
channels and a noise wave channel, a noise synthesized channel,
Interesting.
synthesizer channel. And so that's why you can only ever hear 2 notes kind of happening at the same time, and then that that's
Are
the
they
noise channel.
following me? Do they know where I... Oh my
Well, you
gosh.
can jab at them though with your A.
Yeah, I've used your sword and you can kill them.
Oh, it's gonna be my turn soon. Oh,
And I
very
can't protect myself from the flying.
Oh, you're
Right
gonna
at
get
the
him. Now
key.
you're gonna get him. Oh, so close. But we're going to go
okay.
back to the beginning now, huh?
One of them dropped a clock.
you playing
too,
too,
that was
or
the
you
other
just-
item.
or
I
it's just me
might play here and there. You can keep playing. All for the meantime, I think focus a little bit on the
the
followers in the
meme?
chat. Meme time.
See, memes didn't exist in my day. This is.
Everyone's saying Veronica's fun. Veronica's funny. Oh, and they were laughing. They were saying that we were protected by Jesus because we had the Bible. Currently
Yeah,
playing
David's not fun, huh? Okay. That's great.
That's taken for that's an assumption. That's an assumption. Well,
Oh, interesting. What does the fairy do? Because I just got a heart from
full
her.
health. Full health.
Full
Well,
health.
I don't know if it's full health, but it's a lot of hearts,
The fairy?
as opposed to one.
Well, she was right next to me, so I picked it up really quickly.
Yeah, with that light shoot thing, you can do a lot of damage.
All right, this is where we got to last time, so I'm gonna be careful.
So
This.
it's cool that
Ah,
you
just
see like you see the monster sort of underwater. a bit.
Oh, and it appears, yeah.
That's interesting.
It's kind of like a stop sign, traffic light.
They give you a little bit, yeah. They give you a lot of those tells. That way you can sort of predict where to like move and like.
How does
same thing for the ground-based ones.
Where to shoot?
Because it'll have a reference to Link's current XY, and you can imagine this is like a Cartesian coordinate system where you have an x-axis and a y-axis, x being left and right, y being up and down, and everything in the game world has an xy coordinate as its reference point. And so all it needs to do is know where Link's xy is, and then basically calculate the vector between its position and Link's position, and then add that as a velocity to the projectile.
Oh, wow.
When you make these gestures, you gotta try not to put them in front of my game-playing face. All right, I am about to die again, so Veronica, it's almost your turn. But I found a tree!
No, you found it. That's a dungeon. Well, it's a both. But go in. Oh,
I was trying to.
If you had gone in, now you would have spawned in the dungeon.
Spawned? What does that mean?
Because you're like come back to life.
Oh.
Because now you start here again, but you would have started in the dungeon.
No, but now she knows where to go.
Do I?
We've never been here before. What are you doing?
Wait, if I go back, nothing happens. Like,
Well, I think
they don't follow me.
No, they won't follow you over the screens. But I think does it remember the state of who we've already vanquished?
It looks like it does, yeah. Because
Like
when you went to the left and you cleared the enemies out and
No,
came
you didn't
back,
do anything up here yet.
They weren't there anymore. Tuxman29 had said, "What if I touch the fire when you were in the thing?"
Couldn't touch the fire.
And you were saying, and he said, "Bug fixing 101."
Oh,
It's
see
a
what
good-
happens.
It's a good way to talk about, definitely things you try as you're testing a game, QA, right?
You can't outrun the bombs or whatever those are. But my shield, it actually bounced off my shield earlier. Do you have to hit a button to use your shield?
Wait, so can I really not do anything now?
Well, yeah, just not so close.
JP Guy, according to Wikipedia, it's indeed an action-adventure game, is how this is described.
Oh, so it's not what do we call it? A side-scroller action-adventure state-changing game?
Top-down scrolling action-adventure.
Oh, a TDSS.
That'd be a more granular definition.
Does this also know where I am?
I think these guys
No,
seem random.
these guys are random. Relatively random.
Nice.
They might have some slight...
Yeah, if I now go here.
I think it'll remember the state now. But does it remember after game continuations?
After
we killed
continuations,
everyone?
no. I think it refreshes the whole game.
I don't know. Let's see what happens over here.
Because now these
No,
enemies
they respawn. Oh, but it's different enemies now.
Wait, really?
They're crabs now.
Were they different before?
They were cuberts before.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So they do have some randomization of the enemies.
Interesting.
There's a little
Okay.
bit of randomization there.
Now, eventually, I think you can move these trees or rocks, but not these, maybe.
Brenda,
like a rock
Brenda said
sometimes
that
can
her
move.
other daughter made a Zelda-inspired game in Scratch for her CS50X project a few
Oh,
years back.
nice. Yeah, this is pretty common. This is a lot of work, though, to make something with multiple screens and.
No.
Yeah, each of these screens, you need to have a representation of the tile data, and so you need to keep track of that in some file,
So
some database.
this to me feels a bit weird because I think this is like a situation where I am so much weaker
Then.
without my sword throwing.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Oh,
it
yes.
kind of
It is really
escalates quickly.
Yeah, this is true. But it's good practice.
Okay.
We're getting rich, though. We have 21 rupees.
Yeah.
And in this game, actually,
Is
rupees
that-
and arrows are the
don't know
same.
if that's
You
the
use
only-
rupees as arrows.
That was close.
When you get a bow later on, spoiler alert.
It's interesting how there's artifacting when they cross each other. There's like some
yeah.
flickering when two sprites overlap each other.
they-
I forget the
know
exact
in
logic
sense.
the NES uses when drawing sprites when they're overlapping. I don't know if they necessarily have a draw order per se, and so part of it might be based on their XY. And so if their XY is changed, I think that determines the draw order, the Z index of all the sprites, and so that's why you
Okay.
can get them overlapping.
Yeah, we
in
can't
weird
afford
ways.
anything yet. Okay, is that a better shield
really
than we
cannot
have?
afford anything.
I was asking because Athena was doing a little playing while I was getting the focus set up earlier today, and we came into this as well, and I'm actually not sure if you lose your shield and have to buy a new one, because that is a thing that happens in Zelda. There's these creatures that eat your shield. I don't know if it exists in this game in particular, and if that's an upgrade.
So
otherwise.
what is this? How does this work?
That's telling you that that's the price.
But I'm sort of walking on top of it.
Yeah, so when you have the money, you can walk over it and buy it, but we don't have enough money for any
Yeah,
of
we
those
only have
things.
$21.
But it's quite cool how it sort of like would be something that's interactive.
I think we have a new follower.
Yeah, we do. So the new follower is Rice Monster and Indie Gangster 2099. Thank you very much.
Welcome aboard, Rice Monster.
Exciting time. Okay.
Okay, so we have. Okay, good. There's some kind of platform to the north.
JP was saying must have been a pain to
Can I
code in
just go there?
Scratch.
Oh!
Probably not as bad as programming it in assembly would have been. DJoker07, hi from Miami. David, Colton, and Veronica, who I haven't met yet. Chang here. Oh, Chang.
Our own Chang'an?
Yeah, no, Daniel Chang from
Chang.
Miami.
Gotcha.
Yeah, with an A. Chang with an A.
Oh, so it does bounce off your shield sometimes.
Yeah, if you're looking directly at something that shoots you, it'll bounce off your shield. But you have to be looking. You can't be looking to the side. You have to be looking directly
but
at
that's
it.
a key feature.
That's such a
That would have been useful to know earlier.
Would have been useful to know.
Yeah, Tuxman says since it's not procedure generated, some people even speedrun this game. Yeah, they definitely do. Some people beat it in a crazy amount of time.
Oh, so that means everything is deterministic and predictable.
The layouts of the world, not the enemies necessarily.
Oh.
Although you can manipulate the RNG if you're good enough. I know speedrunners are because everything is. It's not based upon milliseconds and Unix time like some programs are. You can actually. It's based on, I think, as soon as the game starts, a random number generator will begin, and you can deterministically predict if you're good enough what things will do. You can manipulate the RNG that way.
Okay, I'm just going. Well, I'll get rid of this guy first. Nice,
Well,
I needed that.
there we
Okay,
go.
now we're making
So
some...
now we're in the first dungeon. So now anytime we die after this point, we spawn in here. We don't spawn in the overworld.
Why did you
That's
tell me? I
cool.
would have gone straight here.
I was trying to...
Wait, we have to go buy a key, though.
No, you don't have to buy a key.
Okay.
You find a key in the dungeon.
Oh, spoiler.
I don't want us to have to go back out there.
Oh wow.
Oh, man,
So
I remember
they're
these
slower.
bats.
So the name of these
Oh,
enemies...
no.
Don't say that! Now they're faster.
The enemy is actually called a keys.
A keys.
Yeah. The naming for all the Zelda monsters is completely weird and random. I'm sure there's some particular meaning to it, some rhyme or reason, but...
Ooh, got a key.
Yes.
I'm gonna use it on the door.
Sure, yeah.
Or should I
don't
explore? No, let's just do priorities. We're going through the door right now.
I'm the kind of gamer that likes to go around while I'm working towards some goal, and then
depth first
if I
search.
have no other, yeah.
So this is considered gaming?
What was that supposed
Am
to
I that bad?
No, I just mean in terms of like, I guess gaming. When I think of it now, I think sort of like video games, which I guess this is.
This is.
It's
oh my god.
It's a loose term. By the way, what you just got was a clock that freezes time. I don't know if you remember that, but now anytime you get that clock while you're flashing, all enemies are frozen.
Oh, I'm gonna try to make some progress quickly
That's
then.
cool.
It only lasts for the room.
Oh, well then why did I leave the room? These bats are harder than they look.
Oh, yeah.
Although they do slow down, it seems sometimes.
Sort of. They also speed up.
Oh, what was the ham for?
That was a compass. A ham. Wow. M. Gonimi. It has an event when the hero hits a screen side like
Well,
scratch.
that was
yeah.
anticlimactic. Nothing happened.
What do you think about one of our projects, a multi-threaded brute forcer? Basically, every thread takes a piece of a word list and sends a synchronous HTTP request.
Ooh, new follower.
I'll let you answer that one.
I missed the question. I was focused on the ham.
D. Daddio has followed. That might be my dad. My dad actually is going to tune in, and that's a
Aw.
nickname that he uses for.
Oh, how's your day at work, son?
Let's see if he posted anything in the chat. I'm not 100%. Yeah, I don't think he's posted anything in the chat yet.
Came all the way to Massachusetts for this. Huh?
It took me 5 years, but we made it. We did it. We done it.
Knew you'd do great things.
Wow. Okay, that got specific.
Oh.
Okay.
I would like to think that after I clear the bats, something interesting would
Also, the
happen.
bats can go over things that you can't
Correct.
go through.
Correct.
Because they're
They have
flying.
environmental advantage.
You have big words for everything.
Yeah. This is
Nice.
good.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm playing so long here. I've gotten better.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. This is good.
These guys
Progress.
multiply, do they? No, they don't.
Maybe the larger ones, if you find larger ones. I don't think these guys do though. Nice.
Can I go through here?
Sometime, yeah. So there's no key on that one, so that particular door you can't actually move through. But
Oh, yeah, you spoke
look
too
at
soon.
that. No, I meant you can use a key to get through it.
That was an accident.
Sure,
I
sure,
just kind
yeah,
of bumped
that's
up against that.
cool.
Ooh, Eastmost
Okay.
Peninsula.
It's the secret.
Eastmost Peninsula. So we want to just
wanna
go
go
east. Why did I have to think about that? Oh. Oh!
Oh yeah.
Oh,
attack-
damn, if you
if you
shoot-
attack the old man, the fires will go after you.
Don't do that.
A nice feature. Steve Ronix was saying he's writing a multi-threaded brute
Where did I come
forcer,
from? I came
which
from the right.
every thread takes a piece of a word list and sends a synchronous HTTP request.
Sorry, once more.
And he wrote a program that goes over a word list and spawns a thread that will send a synchronous HTTP request for every word in the word list. And he's calling that a brute forcer. I'm not entirely sure if there's this.
What's the
particular-
problem to be solved?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I know based on that information. So if you
Yeah,
wanna,
do just elaborate. Not sure what you're asking.
Yeah, he said it's in C. Synchronous HTTP request for a large word list seems like it could get, depending on what the HTTP request is, could get bulky, but I'm not sure. Are they playing on an
Are we
actual
trying to get out of
NES?
here, do you think,
Says
or do you
T-Mark.
think we want to just find?
No, we are playing on
We're trying to get out.
NES Classic, which is kind of like a Raspberry Pi. That's probably what they have inside of it, but it's a Nintendo emulator. So they produce the hardware themselves and ship it, as opposed to if you were to get an emulator online.
Nice.
Was there a door that we haven't unlocked yet?
I don't remember.
Maybe I just haven't found it.
1 point for every enemy name that I know, says ISOTV. That's probably gonna get like 3 points. Didn't they make Breath of the Wild like this at first to nail down the interactions with the environment, says Ryzen Marshall? I think I did read something about that. They made
Breath
Breath of the Wild is the new Zelda game. The newest one. It
probably
came out in
wanna
like
go back in.
2017, 2016. And I think they did make a 2D version of it. I read that in an article. I think the devs were talking about it, but I'm not 100%.
Well, hopefully they have like scaffolding tools that makes that possible.
Yeah.
It's just-
What they did
this
was they
was-
probably prototyped it in some easy environment.
This was probably made in assembly, this version?
Oh, this one it would have been in assembly, yeah. We were talking about the Breath of the Wild version. It would probably have been some modern framework. They might have even used something like dynamic to just test it.
Do you think, so I have a key, do you think I have to unlock another door?
Yeah. So there will be a door later in the dungeon, and it looks like you don't have the map yet. So you have the compass, and what the compass does, and you can see on the top left, there's the map, and you see your green square and the red thing. The red thing is the boss, and the green thing is you, but you don't know what the room layout looks like yet because you don't have the map.
Right.
So the map and the compass sort of work in tandem.
Okay.
Interesting.
Before Sunlight says, always working, reading comments, hosting, etc. No, it's a good time. Goal 1, thanks CS50, years ago I used to play this game. Never thought that one day I'll be able to make it, at least in Scratch. Yeah, no, it's, I mean,
Me
the pieces
neither.
are simple enough. It's really just the bulk of making the assets really takes the longest time.
But do you think it gets tedious after a while? Like, I'm just thinking how many rooms there are now, and you have to
Yeah.
interlock them. Scratch is not the right tool to make something particularly intricate, I would say.
Yeah.
You just have to do too much manually
In
with
Scratch probably would be a little bit tedious in certain aspects, certainly. If you were to make a full version of this, I think one dungeon would be doable and not super horrible. But I think by the time you did like 3, 4, 5 dungeons, you'd probably be getting over it.
What a
We-
conveniently inconvenient thing to get the time thing right as you're switching rooms.
Thank you,
Time
Codewater
thing.
Zero,
Yeah.
Greenie996, and
Do you want to take over? Because I feel like
sure.
I've just been going in and out and not finding the room we want. I'm trying to get to that red dot. Okay, careful. There's going to be some.
Here, you
guys.
were fishing for comments like these earlier. So as he's saying, David's the funnest professor I've ever met. Heart.
Ah, there we go. Keep those comments coming.
Bavik said David is fun as well.
Oh, as well. Great. I don't know if anything. Did anything happen in this room originally?
I don't know.
Oh, but you got to get them while they're slow down like that.
Multi-threaded brute force and
Nice.
Kloppenberg, you should have quite a few hits already. Yeah, that's probably a good way to approach the problem. I'm not sure what the context of that particular.
Doing a little scoping of the room.
So this notion of lives, this predates Nintendo, I presume. Pong, I guess, did it have the notion of lives?
There wasn't lives. It was just whoever scored first. Because
there's a timer.
by losing, you or by one side getting a ball into the other side, the other person just scored a point. So the first person to 10
I
wins,
see.
and so there's no need for lives in that model.
So do you know what the earliest games were that had this notion of heart power or HP
It
or
probably
lives?
would have been like a Space Invaders or something, or maybe some
Oh,
other.
yeah, maybe.
It might have been implemented in some lesser known game in the 70s, but some of those arcade games were the first ones that really, I think that people knew about. This definitely wasn't the first one.
I'm forgetting what button to press.
See, whereas Mario was nice because you just go right and you know you're making progress, this game less so.
It's more of an open, and the nice thing is this is kind of like an open world game too. You don't actually have a linear path that's forced upon you. You can go anywhere in the world at any one time.
Sometimes again and again and again.
Yeah,
and
sometimes over repeatedly. By the way, Bavik says coolest professor ever.
Thank you, Bavik. You've got a. Oh, there you go.
Translators can make mistakes too. Act like it
And
never
then,
happened.
Can you play this with other people,
yeah.
or is this a
I
only
don't
one
remember.
person?
Can you? I think it's one person game, right?
This is a single player game. Metal Eagle says, is it a special day today or just hanging out? Both.
Aw.
Right? The,
Both. It's close to the holidays
Okay,
here
I'm
in
missing a week,
Cambridge.
'cause that
Yeah.
doesn't seem like
we're having a staff holiday get together, and this is themed around that. The fair is this week for both Yale and Harvard.
It's going to be a busy week.
It's a very
tomorrow
busy
onward.
week. This is kind of the calm before the storm, as it were.
If you'd like to watch the Harvard Fair this Friday, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Time at live.cs50.io, and we'll likely stream it on Twitch and on Facebook as well.
Correct. Yeah, it'll be a good time.
I'm just gonna not kill everyone.
That's
I
okay.
think.
I don't. All right, there. Oh, there. You found it. Map. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the map. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Did you remember how we got here?
What happens when you go?
Okay. Don't die.
without killing all the monsters is as the. If you mean, if you're referring to going between doors, I don't think it actually has a.
That is a
an
huge help.
Yeah, isn't it? It looks like a magic. I was telling this to Athena. It looks like a magic lamp, like
It
Aladdin.
does, yeah. But it also kind of looks like the what is it? The bird that his shield.
This was Valerie was when she was talking about the eagle layout for the thing. This is what she was referring to.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, really just missing all of them.
Now these are interesting monsters. It's funny, like, okay, so what I see is like a big heavy guy with a mustache. Is that what you see?
No, I see that. I think they're all animals.
So these are, I believe these are moblins, or oh, you got bombs. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, now you can hit B and explode a bomb.
So we didn't actually get bombs in. We didn't get bombs in the playthrough.
Wait, go away! Whew. Good job. Nice.
Should I
I
use
wonder.
another
Oh,
one or
you
no?
only have 3.
So maybe
Yeah,
I'll-
probably conserve them.
Wait, how do I? What's the difference between B and A? For
So A is your sword,
Yeah.
and then B will be your bomb. So you can see on the top right all the items you have equipped.
Okay.
Now, do things tend to happen when you get rid of all the enemies on a screen?
Sometimes. So sometimes a door will open. Sometimes you get an item.
Nice.
It
Maybe
depends.
one more hit on him.
Is it a boomerang that's being thrown at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will it bounce back? That's stressful.
But can it bounce off your shield? Probably. Oh, too close.
Okay, if the monster's facing me, will it not?
Walked right into that one.
See, it's funny.
That's okay.
What?
Okay, well, let's see how.
No, it says game over, but you can continue. You'll be
And will it
you'll be
have
in
the
the
map?
dungeon. You keep all the stuff that you had before.
Oh, wait, I have the benefit of the map now. Nice.
Yeah, you don't really lose progress in this game. You just
The
go back
red,
to the beginning.
The blinking is what?
That's the goal.
Okay.
The boss, I guess. You know, it's funny. As much as I was rooting for you, at the same time, you losing means I get to play again. So.
Fair. Yeah. Well. Maybe not for long.
Oh, I have a lot of people that were. Oh, nice.
That's interesting. They don't let you use your sword when you're
I believe it was-
hiding in the doorway.
I think that was my dad. Yeah, and everyone was shouting him out, and he was saying,
Hey, this map is misleading.
Yeah. That's.
Unless you have to get rid of all. Wait,
What?
I'm just gonna go around. No.
What?
Wait, it is misleading.
That's very misleading.
Maybe you have to kill all the bats first?
Well, do things show up? No.
Greeny996. Can we learn deep Q learning by botting this game? Oh, deep learning by. Some people. I don't know if anybody's done that with this game. They've done it with Mario, certainly.
I mean, exhaustive search would work pretty well in this game.
That's true. That's essentially how I play the game as a human.
So I feel like you should be able to open an opening here, no?
Yeah, no, that map for sure.
Can I just fake
Well,
it?
what if you bomb one of the walls, maybe? Try that. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Oh!
Look at that. Teamwork makes the dream work here.
It's essentially just shortcutted, so it's not really super.
Well, maybe.
Wait, why would you not?
You just teleported up or went up.
No, it's not teleport.
it
It's a
saves time.
key. It's a hole in the wall.
It saves time. Yeah.
Oh, damn it. We need another key?
Key.
Oh,
What
good
is
call.
this creepy?
I don't want to. I don't want
They
to
made
find
a
out.
similar prototype or graphics Zelda 1 to test the new
Like a
mechanics. There's a
hand
GDC talk
jelly.
about it. It says Mr. Frig24. I'll have to check. Because that actually sounds pretty cool. I'm curious to see that.
So
Someone
here,
should loop that.
so, that sounds. So where did the notion of boss? Oh shoot, wrong key. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to waste a bomb. The notion of a boss, like he's a boss, but he is technically a dragon.
Yeah.
do you mean
So
boss?
I know that Space Invaders had this, and that was in like
boss
80 or
level.
81. I
first
don't
and
know
the
what
last
the very
level where you usually
first boss
Fight a big monster.
in video games.
I got a piece of the triangle. What's it called?
Triforce.
Triforce.
Now there's actually more than 3 pieces in this game, so it's kind of as Athena said, it's a misnomer. It's not really a Triforce.
How many pieces are there?
I think there's 7 or 8 because I think there's 6, 7, or 8
that doesn't
dungeons.
make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. First
I
interactive
think
game
it's
to
your
feature a
turn now.
boss
Here, let me get rid of
was
this guy for you.
D&D for the Plato system.
Okay.
Okay. And then
Really? That's interesting. Dungeons and Dragons. That's ways back.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Oh, this is happier music now once you're above ground again.
One of the earliest dungeon crawls, D&D implemented made the core concepts on Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So it was essentially the first roguelike, and then
Have we learned nothing from the past few?
I don't. Also, wait. What is my goal right now? Just survival?
I
I'm
guess.
just gonna run for
find something. Find something.
Greeny996 says, I love watching Harvard professors play video games like watching a Harkness discussion. I'm actually not sure what that is.
Well,
Darkness table.
what happens if you go in there? No.
Oh my goodness, nothing.
Nothing.
That's so misleading.
Harkness.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
Harkness table.
Are you Googling?
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I guess and it kind of is because we do just do a lot of that discussion while we're playing, so it's a little bit more or less.
This is like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but it's more active because we're playing the game, not just watching the movie.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
I
feel very stressed right now.
It's okay. Maybe if we go back to the beginning of the game, we'll be back.
David is the
cortisol's quite high.
Venatos says, to be honest, David is the person who made me believe in education.
Aww,
that's really sweet.
It's a deep comment.
Nice.
I hope I'm not changing your expectations of what we do here today.
Subtitle.
Colton,
Used to
again.
believe in education.
I should go again.
There are certain tools.
We
that
only
I
do
like
this around the
messages
holidays. We do Thanksgiving surprise and Thanksgiving super secret stream and a holiday, Christmas time, Hanukkah time, legendary stream.
Yeah, and then a January 1st, and then January 2nd, and
I
January
know,
3rd.
I just pressed select.
Hit up.
Oh,
hit select.
So yeah, there you go. I don't know what how retry differs from continue. Be curious.
Maybe
Hopefully not from the very beginning, because that would be not.
Only there was an
again.
unlimited source of knowledge at our fingertips.
I know.
What is not clear to me right now is.
Yeah. Oh, we have four hearts now.
Oh, there are certain tools of highlight
I'm
message in chat. For
searching
example, when I
and
type
finding.
TV. Thanks, JP, for the.
We want to find more
recommendation.
Triforce, more triangles.
I'll take a look at that.
You know, it's funny. I remember this game being less tedious when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
So this.
Yeah.
This is good. We haven't gone here before.
Yeah, but this feels like impossible to kill with my limited ability. Like.
No, but you can throw your swords from where you are.
No.
Oh no, she's
Oh
not
no,
full
you
health.
can't. Okay, so you can't do that. Just run real fast.
Ugupta says, any overview of the game? Did you guys create the game as one of the assignments of the course?
We didn't. No, we've never done anything with Zelda. I mean, I guess some kids would know about it now from the Nintendo consoles, but do you think kids tend to have Nintendos these days, like the Wii or the Switch, or PS4s, or PC games, or Xbox?
They probably. Well, Switch is pretty popular. I'm not sure what the demographics look like now. I know a lot of teenagers, I think, have PS4s and Xboxes. Kids, I honestly don't know. I feel like kids probably use their phones and iPads a lot, and then
Probably jab at it.
PCs are also have gotten
nice.
a lot more popular over the last 5-10 years than they were in the 2000s.
Because even now, I mean, Super Mario came out in 1985, as we've discussed, but most everyone who takes CS50 knows about Mario in some form, so it's a safe piece set to have.
Yeah.
Even though we really just use it as inspiration for what is the problem about nested for loops or while loops, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
We are making progress. We have definitely not been here before.
Yeah, we're in a. Oh, is there like an ocean sound too? That's
nice.
pretty cool.
It's like being by the
Very
water.
good use of their noise generator. Indie Games is a hidden door. Launch an A-star search when you enter a new dungeon, says Tuxman. Yeah, that's essentially what it would be. I wasn't expecting to see CS50 on Twitch. Thanks for teaching CS50 making CS widely available, says Nopcots.
Nice. Thank you very much for tuning in today.
Yeah, thanks so much.
All right, making progress.
You guys should stream more on Twitch. YouTube doesn't have the best following system. Yeah, I agree. I think Twitch's system is really good.
Oh my god.
What do you think? Should we retry, or is continue the way to go?
Continue. I don't think retry. Retry, I think we'll start from the beginning.
Will infinitely die and re.
No, you'll get better and better, and then there'll be a time when you never die.
Might take weeks, but
Start.
for me too. I don't know if I ever won this game as a kid. Oh, maybe once, but it took me years.
Greeny996, is this a Hanukkah stream? No, it's not a Hanukkah stream specifically. It's a multi-holiday celebration.
It's a non-denominational
exactly.
stream.
There we go.
So again, my strategy right now is I'm just sort of trying to explore.
Yeah, we want to
staying alive.
find where the next dungeon is.
Is it,
I'm not
is it a better
exactly sure.
strategy to try killing everything before moving?
I don't think so. I mean, you want to kill stuff to get hearts, and probably good practice too, just so that you're good at killing stuff when you get into a dungeon. There's a heart for you.
Then again, if killing things costs you hearts, it's kind of a wash.
Yeah.
Well,
I do like the direction you were going in before, because we
Okay.
were making forward progress, I think, in terms of things we had or hadn't
let's
seen.
go for it. Great at running.
That map really isn't that useful, though, huh?
It's not at this point. I'm guessing there's probably some global map that you get that will clear it up for you. Maybe not. Maybe you just
I don't
never
remember.
Maybe you just never see what the map
That feels
at
unfair.
large
They
looks
sort
like.
of spontaneously. What's it called? Spontaneous. What's that theory of like the thing that people used to think was how germs were created, but they're not. Spontaneous, not combustion. Spontaneous.
I don't know.
Like
I took biology as long as when this game came out, so I think there have been advances.
Okay, no, but it's I think it's spontaneous.
Regeneration.
Yeah, maybe spontaneous generation. So I feel like they're being spontaneously generated without giving me warning. Which
Oh, sometimes they do. They spawn at random, yeah. And they'll spawn kind of in front of you.
You're making me nervous here.
She's getting better. I'm seeing the improvement.
This feels like new territory.
This is living on the edge.
Whoa, blue scary guy.
Dodged that arrow though. That was good.
All right, this is progress. God,
Oh, that's so stressful.
this is this is kind of like the scratch game that we play in recent years of CS50.
Yeah, the Ivy's hardest game.
game.
Yeah, where you're just dodging obstacles constantly.
Can I play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
You did good on that life though, Veronica. That was the best life so far.
So how much memory would the cartridge or the NES have had to power this game? Because these, oh damn it, I hit the wrong button. Sorry,
I'm
I
not
wasted our
100%
bombs.
sure. I'm going to use the infinite source of knowledge to pull up the NES specification, because I don't remember offhand what. It was a very small amount of memory.
Imagine. Oh, now I got.
So again, some of this is like persistent. Some of it is restarted at the beginning of every game.
Yep.
Some state is maintained, it seems.
Yeah. So it'll save whatever items you have. It'll save.
Wow, that was not useful now.
It's so the least useful thing.
Yeah. It's all random, so you know it doesn't check to see, oh, are there any monsters, and then if there are or not, spawn the clock accordingly. It's kind of just like spawn something randomly with a certain percentage. The amount of memory that the NES had, that's not in the sidebar. Let's look at the hardware section.
Nice. Yeah, it's very ungratifying when you get rid of them all and then nothing happens.
Extremely.
Ah,
So again,
damn
that just
it.
feels very like.
Spontaneous
Did you
generation.
have any chance?
2 kilobytes of onboard work RAM. And a game cartridge did come with its own RAM to sort of add on to that.
Okay, I'm really hitting them too close.
Would you play this on a computer?
No, this was on a console. So a console essentially was a small computer, but it specialized specifically to load cartridges and to play cartridges.
Like yeah. Like
It was just ROM that got loaded dynamically into memory and then took input from a controller.
So you mentioned ROM. There's a good chance to distinguish that. What's the difference between ROM and RAM?
So RAM
was
can
about to
be
say, is that RAM?
RAM can be overwritten and can be it's volatile, so it'll go away when you turn off the console. It just gets a state assigned to it. You can read and write values to it. ROM is read-only memory, so you can't actually write to the values in ROM. You can only read from them, and so that was where game data was stored. The code for the game, the artwork, the sound, information. That all gets saved in ROM as sort of long-term storage and in unwritable storage. And then in RAM is where you can actually change for example, the amount of hearts you have, the amount of rupees you have, where your position on the screen is, those sorts of values.
So is the when you
Did you get a discount? 130 this time? Oh, interesting.
Should we can only afford bombs and the arrows. Should we get the bombs, I feel, to open up some portals, some doors?
But if you get the
Yeah.
arrow thing, I wonder if you get the bow now, and then because bows are rupees, or arrows are rupees. So if you get that, I think you get the
what are
bow, and then you
rupees?
just use your rupees to shoot. So if you get 9 more rupees, I think that's more valuable, maybe.
I don't know, but the bombs opened up doors.
That's true.
Okay, let's phone a friend. Audience, what do you think we should do? There's like a 30-second delay, right? So we should we'll know in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We can afford 20 or more or how many bombs do you think we get? 3? All right, for 20 coins we can get bombs. For 80 coins we can get the arrow. What do you think? Bomb, I see one for
Yeah, this is
bomb from Nwanda.
Bavix is
Arrow from Bavik Knight, so it's tied 1-1.
Oh, T-Mark saying you should get the candle from the other store. I think the candle burns one of the trees.
Oh, really? I
think it's
I don't
useful
remember how to get there.
because-
You realize if I walk out this door, we're going to die. Bomb.
1, 2, 3.
We can afford bombs for 20 though.
We got. It's like
Yeah.
7 to 3 arrowed bomb though.
7 to 3.
Something
You
like
say
that. Yeah.
arrow?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Wait,
5.
wait.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is moot. We can't afford the arrows.
5 to 3.
We only have 71
5 to 4.
points. Okay, bombs wins. I don't know why
you
we were
could
even
go
having
out.
to
You
vote.
could go out and farm 9 more rupees and
I
then
don't know. I
get
kind
there.
of like the bombs.
Or-
Can I get the
yeah,
bombs?
let's do
All right, you do it.
bombs.
You play however you want.
Okay.
4 bombs.
Well, now we can still farm and get some. See, I told you. Your
Well,
turn.
I'm glad we got those bombs.
I got you some bombs.
Thanks. And then the bomb is which button again?
B. B for bomb.
B for bomb.
And now start
It
for
won't
start.
be that way forever though, because you will get more items that you can equip, and so you have to change them out. And to do that, you press either start or select to open up your menu,
Right,
your
right.
inventory.
To the right. Yeah. I think we were onto something interesting there.
I'm gonna try killing these
You know,
for
sure.
money.
So the cyclicity of the music here actually reminds me of Oscar Time, which is the game we show in CS50, where I probably spent 8+ hours working on that game in grad school, and it got so annoying by the end of the day because the song is itself 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, that feels
Yeah.
like a good thing to get.
I love trash.
It was the worst. It has ruined that song for me. Because it's kind of hard to do, especially with Scratch, because it doesn't really have the debugging infrastructure, breakpoints, and so forth, where you can start at an arbitrary point in the game. If I wanted to test like the halfway point, I had to listen to half of the song, or rejigger some of the puzzle pieces to kind of start earlier than they should.
Yep.
So it's funny, we get this reaction from some of our more comfortable students in the class who have programmed before, where some of them don't like Scratch because I think in large part they realize it's hard to do certain things that they probably know they could do more easily in Java or in some other environment. But to be honest, I think that's one of the constraints. If you know how to program, it's all about learning a new language and figure out how to express yourself logically in a certain way.
Yeah.
I can pretend like I was talking so much I didn't notice that, so you can play again.
And then and once you've gotten literacy in one, be careful.
No.
Once you've gotten literacy in one environment, it's fairly easy to adopt, assuming that you're not adopting a completely new paradigm, like say functional versus object-oriented, and you have no experience in that paradigm. But it's more or less easy to sort of get acclimated with a bit of just learning the syntax.
Well, and I remember all these years later running into race conditions with Oscar time because I was trying to implement the notion of dragging and dropping, and there was some issue. You know, I think it was a race condition, or at least non-deterministic behavior, because you don't have. Do you have control in Scratch over which sprites are above each other, like when they're overlapping?
I'm not 100% sure. I have to imagine there's a z-index ability.
Yeah. Well, I remember struggling 10 plus years ago with trying to, if two pieces of trash overlapped each other and you clicked on them, I had a bug where you were grabbing both of them at once, which I didn't want to do. And so having them distinguish between that was actually hard. So I think I had to quickly check, if you're already touching a piece of trash, ignore the following events. So it's funny, once you get to web programming and more expressive event handling, like in the DOM, it's actually quite nice because then you can exercise much more finely grained control.
Can just not do this one.
I don't think you can get him because you can't throw your sword anymore. But he'll release himself soon.
Oh, with the sword.
Yeah.
There are also so many thousands, if not millions, of developers working on these tools as well, versus Scratch is a very limited set of people that work and implement the functionality. So you're kind of also limited in that sense.
Very true. I hope you won't mind. In a few minutes, I got to dash to a meeting, but that'll allow you to make more forward progress and
Love it,
and monopolize the controller a bit more.
Yeah.
When you leave, do you want to see if anybody else out there wants to join?
Yeah, absolutely. See who else is from CS50's team is around.
Yeah, and if you wouldn't mind.
But if you want to win the game in the meantime, that's totally fine. I won't be annoyed. I mean, or if you want to do the opposite, that's.
Nuwanda's saying, well, let poor Colton, let him play too. It's okay. I'm actually intentionally not asking to play.
It's too hard for him.
Yeah, it's too hard for me. I'm terrible. Functional programming.
God.
Oh, Greenie's saying functional programming in CS50, and then what's this face?
I'm not sure we have time.
Craig
in
has
CS50
face?
proper.
Oh yeah, that's true. That would be tough. That'd be tough to implement.
Well, I hope you all won't mind if I duck out for a little bit. I'll poke my head in at least a little while later, and I'll see who else from CS50's team might be around in the coming hour. But you should definitely try your hand.
Yeah, I
think we should see.
I might play a little bit.
How he is at it.
Yeah.
And then just don't forget your mic too.
Okay.
Will edX replace CS50X 2018 by the course of this year in January? Yes, I'm actually going to be the one doing that.
Oh.
So that'd be a good time.
I'm gonna put my microphone near Veronica. Here, are you mic'd already? You are.
I'm mic'd already.
All right, here we go. Pardon the noise.
Very good.
Okay, I'm gonna put this right in front of you
Thank
so we can hear you.
You hear her clicking.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, see you all soon.
I have that. I can
cool.
make myself.
Thanks. Sure. Yeah. Why don't you do that? If you're gonna do that, you want to sit here in the middle?
Sure. Can people see me?
Here, I'll do a little.
Or they just hear me?
No, they can see you. Here, ready to go. A little more. Poquito más.
Oh, this way. I'm sorry.
That's it. All right, let me make sure you're framed well. Yep, you are. Actually, I think you can come a little bit closer.
Sure.
Wait, no, other way. That way. There we go. I'm gonna put you right in the center. Veronica's gonna be the main star. Here we go. Master Yoda is training the Jedi, says Bavik Knight. Everyone says, bye, David. If ROMs are read-only, then how come people were able to develop cheats for them? Greenie996. Excellent question.
By cheats? What do you mean cheats?
So cheats are injections into RAM, not into ROM. And so
RAM,
by manipulating
not ROM. Okay.
RAM, you can manipulate the values that you see on screen. For example, rupees and the life. And you can also inject into, because all code is actually currently being stored in memory. It includes graphics, it includes code.
Okay.
by sort of injecting these values into RAM, into memory, that's how you actually can cheat. By, for example, setting the value for your number of hearts to 20 instead of 4 right now would give you 20 hearts instead of just the 4 there.
Okay, that
or
makes
if you
sense.
go to the value in memory that's the hex address of the wherever your rupees are being stored, and you set that to 1,000, then you get 1,000 rupees. And that's how cheats work. So you're actually not manipulating the ROM. The ROM is actually only where the data is being stored long term. It gets loaded from ROM, put into RAM, and then the game is able to look at the RAM and play and do operations on that.
Interesting.
So that's an excellent question. How much longer is the stream running for? Good question. Probably till about 5 or 5:30, I would say. Do you have thoughts on quantum computing practicability in CS going to involve in the new Quantum Science Center? Unfortunately, he left, so he was not able to see that, but maybe we can get him on stream to answer that question, Twitch. Hello, world. How do you figure out the hex addresses without having debugging tools like IDA Pro and Hex Debugger like we do now? So back in the day, I'm not sure how they would have done it. They might have had hardware capability, like a hardware tool that would be able to tell them. Like something that will let them access the memory, page into the memory, and then read the values off of a list of addresses, for example. A lot of it, from what I understand, and I'm not like a super pro ROM hacker or cheat developer, but it is a lot of trial and error, looking at the different values in memory and just kind of figuring out which ones do what. You know, looking for, knowing that you have 4 bombs, for example, looking for whatever values happen to have the value 4. And if they have the value 4, you can tweak them, and if it changes the bomb, well, then you know that that's where the bomb address is always going to be located.
Why would that not have like explicit permissions to sort of not let you do that?
Because it wasn't managed by an operating system. There was no operating system for the NES. It's literally just physical hardware that you're interfacing into. What's up, Rodrigo?
So you couldn't like specify permissions for
Correct, yeah. That's something that the kernel specifies for you now in operating
Yeah.
systems, but you don't get that capability in
Have you
something like
played
the
it
NES.
before?
No.
Rodrigo was on stream. Here, I'm going to scoot you a little bit this way so
scooch,
Rodrigo
scooch,
can
scooch.
get on the stream. So, Rodrigo was here with us,
So-
undergrad as well here at Harvard University.
Yeah, I grew up playing this game, so.
Really? I've never actually.
That's the common fictional theme that we've established today. Rodrigo, you joined us last time for the what was it? We were playing Mario, right? So it'll be sort of a sequel, part 2. Everybody, shout out Rodrigo. So in the NES, each game had its own rendering engine. Yes, all of the code that was specified, all of the code running everything that you see was all done through a rendering engine.
Nice
although a
haircut.
lot of the faculties provided to games for the NES games were hardware specific because the NES was based on tiles. It implemented tiles in hardware and scrolling. And so you kind of were limited to specifying all sprites and all parts of your game as these tiles, including Link, for example, is a combination of tiles together that get rendered and can move.
The bombs are expensive, let's not.
Everybody is, yep,
We've
that's
already
correct
gone
spelling, Bavik. Oh, and also
it's
shout
a
out
basic
to
type of thing.
It's a what?
Napcats,
Basic
Ganesh Raju, and
green dot right
Gaedon87.
now.
Thank you very much for
That
following.
is where you are. But we don't have the map of the world.
So yeah, we're here, like, we've been exploring a little bit. We did one dungeon, and so now we're
So
kind of like
these-
trying to find where
yeah.
the second one is.
These shoot, and if you face them, your shield will shield it.
Oh, that's true, yeah. If you face them directly, yeah, it'll...
Nice.
And now you have the full hearts. You actually can shoot like a
So do
sword
that.
out.
Do the sword thing again. Yeah, isn't that cool?
Oh, part of my shirt's invisible, yeah, because I'm wearing a green
Wait,
shirt.
really?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's so funny.
They can see me through the... I
Wait,
forgot
that's
about
funny.
that. Yeah, they can see me
I
on
should have
the-
worn green. That would have been cool.
I did that last week.
On
I wore a
purpose?
green. No, not on purpose. I wore a green shirt, so I had to like zip up my hoodie, which I should have done
that's
this time.
cool.
That's okay. We can live with an invisible shirt
That's funny.
a little bit. Actually, I should have fixed the
Nice.
screen. Either way.
What's happening? Why is it not deploying? Not deploying. I don't
Visual
know.
glitch. Oh, what was
that
that?
was a weird. So now that
Oh.
you're back to lower lives.
I see. Well, that was.
That was so weird.
Gonna
I
make us
think
a
you
little
are
bit smaller.
clearly better than I am at this, which is good.
Ah! I
So
escaped.
in a game like this, what is your strategy like? Running away or
No.
killing everyone?
Killing everyone because
Why?
the fewer enemies on the board, the fewer things you have to worry about.
That's
But
true.
they can't follow you. You go to a new place.
Yeah,
and,
but look at all the projectiles they're throwing around.
Yeah. But you go to the next screen. My instinct is just to keep going from screen to screen until I find stuff.
Well, clearly my strategy is not working, so I'm going to leave.
Undergrads teach in CS50, and then PogChamp. Yeah, they do. All of our teaching staff, for the most part, are all undergrads. Few grad students. I need to get myself to actually take the class, but school is too painful. Yeah, no, 100%.
We feel
absolutely.
this is interesting. We've never been here.
Axelis says, hello, it's amazing to see you guys streaming, and for some reason Axelis' name is black on black background, so I couldn't read it until I highlighted it.
Wow, that's actually quite cool. That's clever.
Yeah, thanks Axelis for joining. Wanda says, you'd have to change it, it was funny. Yeah, no, I realized actually that last time when we were playing, I had it.
Do you want to play? Give it another go. Let's give you, let's do some, I don't want to steal all of the thunder.
All the glory.
Are there like levels or anything?
It's like an open world kind of game, so we're trying to find all 7 dungeons, or 7 or 8, or however many there are. And once we clear out all of them, we get to defeat Ganon.
And we're missing one?
We have only beaten 1 dungeon.
Oh.
How can we tell that we've beaten 1 dungeon?
I think if you press start or select, it'll pull up a menu. The other button then. And so that's how many pieces of the Triforce we've gotten, just 1. And once we've filled out that whole thing, I think we get access to the final dungeon.
Love it.
And we can also change our items in that menu too.
What do you mean change your items?
Because you can get multiple items. Because you can get, like, for example, bombs. But we can also get a boomerang. I've seen a boomerang. We can also get a bow and arrow. And so if you want to switch between them, if you want to switch between them, you can do that.
The music reminds me of like Pokemon on the Game Boy.
Yeah, a little bit. This is like the original, like one of the original well-known soundtracks. This Overworld theme. It's probably like the most famous, besides like the Super Mario Brothers theme, probably like one of the most famous songs in video games of all time.
It seems like an easy way to pick up hearts, and I want to be able to throw my sword. Oh my gosh. Well, clearly not.
This feels like an easy way to pick up hearts. So then I can throw my sword.
Unlucky feature for people who use dark mode. Oh, right, I do use dark mode in this. That's true. What is gamification, says Coralse. What is gamification, actually? Gamification. I'm not 100% sure. The application of typical elements of game playing to other areas of activity. Oh, okay, sure. So yeah, so if you have something that you're doing in real life that isn't a game, like taking out the trash or doing your homework, gamification would be a way to turn that into a game to make it more fun for you. So maybe award yourself points for taking out the trash.
Oh, interesting.
Between you and your roommate, maybe like you keep track of who's taking out more trash, and whoever has taken out more trash by the end of the month gets something special.
Okay.
So it basically incentivizes non-rewarded behavior with rewards, typically, or with some sort of scoring metric.
Okay.
To just
Do we
make
want
life a game.
this candle? No, right?
It's an item. I think if you get it permanently. So I think you might as well. I think it unlocks it. Well, I guess we can't now. I think it unlocks a tree. I think you burn down a tree with it. I'm not 100% sure.
It doesn't let you go back in if you haven't taken a step out.
Oh, right. Got to go, M. Kloppenberg. Nice to have you. Thanks for coming. Who does not use dark modes as a TV? That's a good question.
Let's go the other way.
How can it be used in political terms, Coral say, for gamification? I'm actually not sure in that
We've
context.
explored the top and the left, but
That's a good question.
Explore the left more. We've sort of been going right, but I think there's a whole new world on the left.
All the Koji Kondo soundtracks is T-Marg.
We'll go
Yeah, all Koji Kondo is an amazing composer. Khan Academy, Greeny996. I haven't done anything with Khan Academy, but are you guys familiar with Khan Academy? Do they use gamification for all of their course materials?
I think if you loosely applied that definition of gamification, sure, rewarding for like quiz.
Do you want to repeat the definition? I think I was in the zone when you said it.
Gamification would be like taking something that's not a game and adding game elements to it, like scores and.
I think it's like studying,
like
adding points and scores to studying, and quiz taking.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Like in a loose way.
Mr. Tinkles45, are you playing on PC? No, we're playing on an NES Classic. So it's kind of like a Raspberry Pi device that Nintendo produces that allows you to. It has like a bunch of games built into it.
Ooh, what country is Nintendo from?
Japan.
Very cool.
They have a Nintendo of America branch as well, but all the games are developed in Japan.
And did they still like produce stuff today?
Yeah, like they produced Breath of the Wild, the new Zelda one, and like Super Mario Odyssey, like the new Mario one. What else have they done recently?
I know these
Mario
are words.
Party.
I know we're so close to 80.
Oh, get 2 more rupees. and
Go,
you can buy
go,
the
go,
arrow.
go. We really have been trying to buy this arrow for a very long time.
And then you said you keep it permanently?
I think
No,
so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want you to quote me, but I'm pretty sure, like 90% sure. Uh-oh.
Why? Okay.
Oh, they didn't even drop a rupee.
Nice.
Smooth. Very stressful. Oh, bombs though. You got free bombs. Grab the free
Oh,
bombs.
doesn't want to explode on me?
Grab the free bombs. Nice.
We had
can't-
another situation. Remember where we thought we had...
Oh. Hey, you got some bombs though. If that makes you feel any better at all.
You want to give it a shot?
Sure.
A good example of gamification is Hibatica. It's a to-do list in the form of an RPG. Oh, interesting. I
What's
do like
RPG?
a role-playing game. So like you
Right.
get XP, for example, experience, and then you can like level up.
XP experience.
So like for example, you start at level 1 in something, and then when you get XP, you get to level 2, and when you get to level 2, you get some more stats, like some more like you get better at doing something in that game, whatever it is. For example, in this, it might be like more health or more damage.
Do you actually get better, or is it like do you get better in the way that like I'm getting better because I'm learning?
No,
or...
that would be in the case of an RPG, your character just gets stronger.
Okay.
And like
Did
more
it.
health or more damage with your sword. Those kinds of things.
Hey, where should we go?
Khan Academy has points
I
and
actually
badges
like
as rewards
these.
for courses completed, says Tuxman. Ah, got it. Okay, that makes sense. I just realized that the guy is selling us the items. I thought we could buy him and was very confused as to what it was good for.
Oh, we don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Nope, not quite, Ashley. Let's play PUBG or Fortnite this APS night. I don't know about that. I don't know if I could get David on board with that one.
To play Fortnite.
Oh my god.
I don't know if he would be up for that. Good.
Boom.
I think it's
Nice.
very smart. It really motivates, says Ashley, regarding the gamification for Habitica, or for Khan Academy.
Wow, it goes to the whole length.
Do you guys study CS at Harvard? It's my first time being here tonight, so I don't really know much. I found out about you watching CS50 course.
Yes.
I don't. Rodrigo and Veronica do.
Yeah.
They are undergrads here at Harvard University. I'm a full-time employee here. I'm a technologist. But yes, most of the people that you see coming through here probably do study CS at Harvard.
What's the definition of technologist?
It's kind of a loose definition. I think my proper...
No.
The proper title would be like an
Okay.
education innovation technologist.
Aw.
So it'd be like finding ways to, I guess.
That's so cool.
I guess because I work for CS50, that's kind of like just all we do, period. So it's not really a special term. But yeah, it's using technology, building tools and scripts and stuff like that to help us deliver our content better to people and like
Oh, that's so
go to more
cool.
platforms. Do things like this, or we have a Twitch, we're utilizing a platform called Twitch to like teach stuff. I guess that would be part of it. Ahmed Ayesh says, did I make those amazing games? Is he referring to the game we're playing today? I did not make this game. This game is a Nintendo game, a very famous Nintendo game. If I did, I'd be very rich. I wish I did. We made a similar game for the games course that I taught. Rodrigo actually taught the course with me. We made a version
Ooh.
similar to this in a dungeon.
Oh my gosh.
And
So
for
okay,
the
so
course.
oh my gosh, since I have two like big gamers with me, what's the point of a game where you're sort of losing all the time?
Well, it's a challenge, right? So starting from a point where you're like dying all the time and being really bad, and then getting to a point where you're actually really good and can get through the game and complete it and reach the end. It's kind of like, it's somewhat analogous, I guess, to learning programming. Like you start
Oh.
off and you're like terrible and it's frustrating, but by the end, like you've gotten better and you've developed a new skill. Now, programming is much more productive, I would argue, than game playing, unless you're like a very famous streamer or game player or something like that. But I think that the paths there are kind of parallel. to
But
one
there's a
another.
giant market for game streaming.
Yeah, they're fun. I mean, this is an
interesting.
old school. Like when this game.
Is this kind of like we're game streaming right now?
Yeah,
right?
we are. We're streaming on.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
we're game streaming right
Look
now.
at us.
As sort of a side avenue on our Twitch channel, because normally we use it for educational purposes.
Strictly
It's fun,
educational, but it is-
and we are sort of using this.
Yeah.
Harkness was the term, I guess, like a
Harkness table.
conversational approach to it. That's kind of what we're doing as well, here and there.
I mean, did you already talk about how we made the game?
Roughly, we talked about like collision
Yeah.
detection.
Go. Yes.
Like AABB in the context of a game like this, for
What's
example.
AABB?
So axis-aligned bounding boxes.
Oh, we
we
talked
talked about
about
earlier with
bounding
two
boxes,
rectangles,
yeah.
basically making sure they're aligned.
AABB.
Unrotated bounding boxes that can move around, and then you can detect whether
What
they're
would
touching
be a
each other.
rotating one?
So anything that's got a rotation, so in a 2D coordinate system, if you've rotated, you choose an origin point and you rotate the rectangle,
Right.
you can't apply AABB on it anymore because now you can't choose whether parallel edges are
see.
easily opposite one another,
like a
it gets a lot
strict
more complicated.
grid.
Yeah. It has to be a strict grid for you to do that simple algorithm.
Fascinating.
Technologists, I want that on my business cards, says Tuxman29. I don't condone slavery, says Asley, in reference to the comment earlier about buying the old man. Yeah, neither do we. Does anyone chocolate? I got anyone want chocolate? Does anyone chocolate? I thought I read that.
I chocolate.
Yeah. Yes, I think most of us here would enjoy some. Which is better for CS students, Mac or PC? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I have personally never used a Mac.
Interesting.
So I don't have the other side of the coin, but
Okay.
I use a. Is it still called a PC if you're running like Linux on it?
Yeah.
I think that would be considered separate, probably. I think PC people usually consider Windows PCs.
Okay. My experience has been that Windows is not great for programming because there's a lot of overhead. Usually you want to program using a Linux terminal, like Ubuntu or something like that, and you have to jump through a lot of hoops to do it on Windows. I used it for a while. They have this new. Oh my gosh! I am getting destroyed.
The Windows subsystem for Linux.
Yeah, they have
This
the
is
new
a
Windows
tough-
subsystem for Linux, which it works, but has a lot of incomplete features. Like a lot of
Nice.
libraries aren't supported. So it was kind of like a rough experience, and I transitioned over to just downloading Ubuntu as a dual boot on the laptop, and I found that much better. It just seems like there's a lot more for the developer side. A lot more like native stuff built in.
Yeah.
In terms of just general experience, though, Windows has a very nice GUI. A lot of the stuff is either Windows or Mac. When you're trying to download just like games, those types of things. So it's kind of like what you're trying to do. For development, though, Mac is better than PC, I would say. And I can't speak for Mac, but Linux might be on par.
Yeah. I have a Mac. For some of the problem sets I work on for my systems programming class, I have a virtual machine that runs on Linux, so on my Mac. So I have sort of like the best of both worlds, I think.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
If you have a good enough Mac, definitely having that virtual machine is probably the way to go.
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
I like them both. PC is obviously, if you want to play
What do
games,
you have?
PC
Do you have a Mac?
100%. I have a Mac and a PC, so I have a Mac provided by CS50, and then I have a PC, a personal PC that I built.
A PPC.
A PPC. And I have done a little bit of development on Windows, and there is overhead on Windows for sure, which is kind of unfortunate.
I hate this. This is the dumbest thing ever.
Depends on like what kind of development you're doing. If you're doing like game development, like a Unity or Unreal, it's not going to matter at that point because it's an editor that you have in both senses. If you're doing like Node.js development or something like that, it's a little bit trickier, but it's still not terrible because all you have to do is just run an installer. But if you're doing like a lot of dependency fetching, then it can be annoying because they don't have the as good, I think, like they don't have like the equivalent of Homebrew and apt-get and yum install like you get on Linux and Mac systems. There are some, but I don't think that they have generally all the same support for the same libraries. So it can be kind of a pain on Windows sometimes, I've experienced.
Like it's enough where you can get stuff done.
Yeah,
but
it's just not the
pleasant of an
smooth experience. Yeah, and more people generally tend to develop on Linux machines for a lot of stuff, so you get more support that way for those environments. Like the Linux environment is just kind of assumed by a lot of people for development, especially if you're going on like Stack Overflow, and so not being part of there is virtue in the fact that PCs are just way cheaper than like Macs.
True.
But yeah, it just depends on what you want to do.
And it's also kind of a headache to set up a Linux OS if you don't have experience with it.
Yeah, that's true. There is a learning curve with the Linux operating system.
Big learning curve. But
Both
once
Mac.
you've
I curved that learn.
Yeah. Macs for Life. I have the same configuration, a MacBook and a PPC I assembled. Says Karase.
That's funny.
It's a good way of life.
But
You
you
want to
got
have
so many lives.
Finally.
I've been, killing monsters for like
Left
20
and
minutes.
right.
You kill like one friendly-looking one.
is systems programming class the same as the OS class? Operating systems?
Oh my god!
No. Operating systems and systems are typically different classes. Systems would be like interfacing with the kernel to develop applications with like
machine organization also.
Yeah, whereas operating systems you're literally building like virtual memory and like other stuff from scratch and like a kernel. So it's not the same. Not quite the same. It's more like systems is like an abstraction on top of operating systems. It's like you build operating system and then you can abstract on top of that and build operating system service-based applications.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it doesn't feel very abstract.
Yeah, no,
when
it's
you're
still
in it.
very low level.
Yeah.
Like relatively, like it's like just like in the same way, like kernel, I guess, is an abstraction on top of like
Yes,
assembly and the
sure.
CPU of your computer, and RAM and stuff like that. Still all low level, still tedious, but you know. Would you guys recommend applying to Harvard if your GPA is not 4.0?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I think the main thing that like sets you apart is your essays rather than your GPA or you know, as long as you're applying with a decently good GPA, I think that you mostly care about your voice and the type of person that you are, what your references say about you.
Makes sense.
I also think GPA is just a number. It's so relative. Like I think the second you take GPA out of context, it's completely meaningless. So I think they really are going to look at your application, looking at sort of like your context, where you grew up, where you went to school. So I think, yeah, GPA doesn't mean much.
Point click 007. Excuse me, I just jumped in. What is the name of the gentleman on the right of the screen? And that would be Rodrigo Sanchez.
Daboin.
Daboin.
Yeah, wow.
What is the Daboin? What is the Daboin, by the way?
So in Venezuela, which is where I'm from, you get 2 last names, one from your mother's side and one from your father's side.
Okay.
And so it gets like jumbled into it. Like when I came to the U.S., obviously the system's different. So my 2 last names got jumbled into one.
Is Daboin a Hispanic name as well?
Yeah, I looked up, and apparently it has roots from Brazil.
Oh, okay.
I always thought it was French, like
Daboin.
Dubois.
It sounds like it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I just realized we have Venezuela and Argentina representation today.
Yep.
And then
I was really happy at the hackathon. I don't know if anyone noticed, but there was like the American flag and like right next to it was the Argentine flag. I was very happy. I was like, I
Nice.
don't know if this was
Did we do that deliberately?
coincidence. I don't know.
for which event? Hackathon?
I have a photo. I don't know.
It might have been. I don't know. Sure who set
For
the
the
flags
hackathon,
up.
just now.
I don't know if we set up the flags.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
you think maybe they're just there at the iLab?
I think maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
100% sure. I don't think we own all those flags.
Fair.
I've never seen them.
That makes sense.
No.
Colton, have you had software architecture classes? No software architecture classes. I've read software architecture books. I don't remember offhand the titles of them.
do we
I
wanna
think
keep
Code
going
Complete was
left?
one, and
Right?
a couple of other
Let's
ones.
mix it up.
Okay, I'm gonna go left.
Is there any code
Start.
coming up tonight? Says unsaid Ed. No code tonight, I'm afraid. So I apologize. Today is a very lax day. Tomorrow, actually, we're having a stream with Nick Wong. We will be going into low-level C, so that'll be a good stream to tune into if you want some code. But yeah, tune in tomorrow. Today is just a relaxed day of
Oh
gameplay.
my gosh.
There's a cutoff, isn't it? I've been following the Harvard Asian American discrimination case. It doesn't look good.
That's interesting. Really, people bring up all the interesting
But what was that a reference to? Is it something that we were talking about?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure, Greeny. If you want to provide more context for that, I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Nope.
I want to do my master's at Harvard. Any tips? Is APS night. Do you guys have any tips?
What was the question?
They want to do their master's at Harvard. APS night.
Masters?
As someone that's personally gotten 4 masters, no, just kidding. No, I don't have any like super specific tips.
Yeah, all I remember is for computer science, I was talking to Rob, one of the other staff members, and he's doing a PhD in CS, and he said that there was, I might have understood him wrong, but the way I understood, there was no master's for CS. You just went directly on the track to a PhD, which I thought was
Oh, interesting. I was about to ask, like,
I think they might be asking more generally just about master's period, but yeah.
Oh my
makes sense.
gosh.
Yeah, I'm afraid none of us in the room happen to have master's experience yet.
What? How could I possibly get through? So I can't. This is like a dead end.
Boston Mass, I'm
This is a
coming
dead
to
end.
visit JK.
Are you serious?
How do you cross the river?
That's a
In
dead
Belgium,
end,
we
right?
don't use the GPA. Education is open for all levels. While this allows every student to endeavor pretty much all disciplines, not everyone receives this
What am I-
knowledge they need to
what's happening?
this itinerary, so I kind of dislike the system.
I think I have not even
I think a
enough.
GPA would at least give a good basis of what sort of
Oh.
capabilities each student has to offer. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I have any strong opinions on a non-GPA based system. Do you guys have any opinions on that?
On a non-GPA.
Like theoretically, or
Yeah,
as an
theo-
example?
Theoretically, or
high
as
school
an,
didn't
if you happen
calculate-
to have.
GPA.
Okay.
I think it would be great. It would relieve a lot of stress from people that, the actual number, the numerical numbers, like stressing them out that it needs to be at a certain cutoff.
Yeah.
I think it would be better to have a system where you're more rewarded for like the learning process as opposed to like achieving a particular number. But I don't know what that would look like. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
I would be for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I agree with that.
Like producing original work. I don't know, like collaboration. I just sort of think in terms of like how we measure academic success, memorization and test taking isn't always
Yeah, I'm not a
the
fan
best
of
way.
standardized
Yeah,
tests.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
it's really testing like a specific, not particularly useful set of skills.
Yeah.
I just think, yeah, measure your contribution to society instead.
Because when you think about it,
That's so dumb. See,
What?
for instance, this little time thing.
oh, I don't know what that
Oh,
does.
it's only helpful. It just like freezes all the enemies, but
Oh.
I know when you
Oh
get
my
it,
gosh.
and it's the last. These are horrible.
These are the ones that come out of the ground. They do it so
They're
that
so
when you're
stressful.
walking, it just you get like half a second to react.
Veronica, somebody's asking, do you think Messi will win Ballon d'Or or tomorrow?
Oh, so actually, there's like a weird thing with Messi because he plays for Barcelona, so I don't really follow like Spain. But you do.
Veronica feels that Messi abandoned Argentina, and so
And
she.
it's like Messi, the Pope. We're proud, but a little bit abandoned. Well, okay, but Rodrigo's also a big soccer fan. So I'm right now currently more keeping tabs on the Copa Libertadores
Yeah, it got
scandal.
moved to
Oh my!
Madrid.
I know. So I can't. I'm so excited. Yeah. Is it December 9th? That last I heard it's gonna be December 9th.
I think it's.
but
I think it's.
I don't know what
the
the Gomero one
Saturday
said.
after the fair. So yeah, I think it might
yeah,
be the 9th.
I'm excited. I have a good friend of mine here in Boston that's also Argentine. We're gonna watch it together. I'm very excited.
That's the word, Argentine.
So I say Argentine. You didn't get those hard. Oh, I guess.
He's a-
Right. Well, so it's sort of like it's a big point of discussion. So what I always say is, Argentina's already an adjective because it's La República Argentina. So like the Argentina Republic, Argentina being an adjective. So some people argue that the convention with a word that's already an adjective is to convert it and say Argentine.
Sure.
But many Americans say Argentinian. So
Yeah, I've always said Argentinian, but I didn't know if there's a proper word. I think I just sort of
it's also
assumed.
Argentine in French.
It's
and
interesting though because
I think
it's an
in
adjective
England,
Spanish,
I
right?
think in England, yeah, exactly.
I might have to start saying Argentine then. I gotta take it from
I
somebody
say
from
it. I say
Argentina.
Argentine. My friends say Argentine.
I feel like you're the go-to
say
source.
Argentine. Yeah. But no, people will say like Argentinian cuisine. But actually, I never say Argentinian in any context.
We've been to this cave so many times. Do we actually? All right, we can finally buy the arrow though. This will be a great moment.
This thing.
Yeah. Yes.
So what is? How do
So
I?
now you should be able
Oh!
to equip it. So now you
That's
should be able to
so
equip it. So you
cool.
press start or whatever, start select, and then you can go to the arrow. So click the arrow, or like use the cursor to go to the arrow. Select maybe.
None of these buttons work.
The select.
Select.
Select. Nope.
Does B work? Anything? Literally nothing.
No.
I think you're doing something wrong.
Okay, you try.
Give it to the pro. Okay. No, I'm pressing every single arrow at different
So
moments.
start and select. Don't change the.
Select.
What if in game? No, that
No.
would make sense.
Start.
Really?
No, you're right.
Glitch in the system.
That's so
perhaps?
bizarre.
Wait. How do I go back to that?
What if you?
We can
start.
Google this. Legend of Zelda, change item. Item switching?
Question mark?
Question mark. All you have to do is press right or left.
Nope. Nope.
False. You heard it here first.
Oh, my assumption is that you're in the first dungeon. You have the boomerang and the bow. You cannot select the bow unless you have arrows. Oh, so we have the arrows, but we don't have the bow yet.
Oh.
Okay, that makes
What
sense.
a
So you have to buy them.
useless
You have to
thing.
buy them both, and then the rupees are the arrows.
This
Sold
is just-
separately.
Yeah, really
It's so
it's sort of a scam.
It's weird. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
TIL.
What's TIL?
Today I learned. It's like I learned something new.
Aw.
Oh my goodness.
TIL.
Everywhere you go, I'm
EIL.
just dodging.
Every day I learn.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Here we go. Oh, it's a hard
That
container.
was smooth. Oh,
Took a little too soon there. That's okay.
oh that's funny.
Mayo
okay, we
Cat
got
says
the
hello.
arrow.
What's the stream about? We're just playing Legend of Zelda today. Classic NES title. We still haven't found the second dungeon though. We have a long ways
Okay,
to go.
I'm gonna
Let's go
just
up.
power through.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, up wasn't an option.
Oh look, we found another dungeon.
What's in that cave? Anything?
Ah,
Get the cart. Get the heart.
no, I want to get the heart. Oh, yes.
You did it.
Is that really just the next dungeon?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, it's another shop. This is the candle. It's a blue candle. So we can buy that, and we can switch to that if we get.
We can't buy the candle.
If we get 60 rupees.
Sure, we're at 35.
No, I was saying we buy that.
So
we can switch.
we can
switch.
Sure, fine. We can try that later.
People are talking about the Indian education system.
Oh
You
no!
ran into
Oh, I hate this water.
What courses should you take before interviewing as a programmer? Algorithms, data structures after CS50. Heard you only need to take CS50 plus one more. I mean, I don't think that's a hard rule. I feel like that's probably up to wherever you're getting hired. Definitely for, I think, more rigorous companies, larger companies, they'll expect you to have taken an algorithms and data structures course, and probably much more than that.
Boom.
But if you're going to just get hired maybe to do web development or something like that, or like a little bit more entry-level stuff, probably you don't need
Is
to
this
have
another shop?
a ton of education. Probably 1 or 2 courses would be fine.
What
China
if-
has a social credit system for measuring your contribution to society.
Who?
China. But of course that comes with its own creeps. Yeah, I think I heard
Yeah.
about this, the social credit system. It's like kind of like people can like you or
That's
dislike.
like the Black Mirror
It is like the Black Mirror
episode.
episode. People were complaining about it when it came out.
Really?
It was supposed to be framed mostly to grade businesses, but you can use it for individuals as well, so it's a little bit weird.
That seems strange.
What tips do you guys have to deal with procrastination?
Ooh, okay. I like to figure out what I don't want to do first. Like what I don't want to do, what's stressing me out the most, and then I just do that. It's my general tip.
Good-
But
good
for
move.
procrastination, I think it's important to sometimes procrastinate. I think as long as what you're doing when you procrastinate is somewhat productive and healthy, you're in good shape. Okay, that was annoying.
What happens if you look at the lake from the front? Anything?
Yeah, what I've heard a lot of people saying kind of on that same note is that when they
Can I do a bomb?
when they're procrastinating
know.
on
Try it.
something, they procrastinate by doing something else
Well.
that they need to do.
Oh yeah, true.
you're
That's a good way
procrastinating
to
by working on
productive
something
procrastination. Yeah.
Yeah. So that actually I find like I try to avoid doing that by figuring out exactly what I want to do least and doing it first.
Sure, that's a good
But
practice.
but I think it's important to procrastinate, in like a normal. Yes, look at me outrunning the arrows.
Yeah, what I used to do is I would make a list
love
of all the
lists.
things that I needed to do with the due date next to them, and I would just go through them chronologically by due date. That way, like, I would be working on something, it wouldn't necessarily always be something really difficult, so I would be working on something that maybe was due tomorrow, it was pretty easy. And then eventually, once I got through that, I would be working on stuff that was due next week.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I've also heard of ordering by like importance. So get the most important things done, and then like the least
Yes,
important
look at
things
me.
last.
No.
If the actual
Sorry.
issue is just like not finding the motivation, though, it might be like, worth to do like for half an hour I'm gonna work, for half an hour I'm gonna like play a game or like go for a walk, and then for the next half an hour I'm gonna go back to it. That way you're not like constantly like in a big 6-hour block of work that's like really
sure.
daunting. You're just like chipping away at it bit by bit.
I was gonna
Yeah.
to that note. I was gonna recommend like the Pomodoro technique is kind of good.
What's that?
It's like so Pomodoro is like a
The
tomato
sauce?
thing. It might be the sauce too, but it's like a tomato timer that this company started selling. But the idea is just for like 35 minutes, work and focus on something and nothing but that thing, and then you take a 10-minute break. And then you do it again, and you like set your Pomodoro timer. And so that's a nice way to like break up your work and like take breaks here and there if you need that mental respite.
Yeah.
So that's a technique that I think.
Yeah.
is
Another thing I
pretty
try
solid.
to do is anytime I don't like something, I just try to make myself like it.
Yeah, that's
Like find
that's one. Of,
Yeah, like you know what I mean. If something's making me miserable, I'm just like, okay, how can I make it not
Nuclear warfare.
miserable?
like, no soccer related, but I'm a big fan of Del Potro, Veronica.
Yes! We are so proud of Delpo. We love Delpo. No
gotta-
issues there.
We gotta motivate each other, says JP guy. Playing Zelda, evaluating the logic behind it. Tomorrow, low level C. Yes.
Yes, that is indeed what we are doing.
Argentine sounds right, says Bavik.
Argentine.
The go-to source has spoken.
Argentine.
Argentine.
How about, that's funny. How about Argentine?
The changing major in India requires a 9.5 GPA at the end of the freshman
wow,
year. I
that's
have to
so
imagine that
slow.
it's probably a 10 system, 10-based system. How Argentine, says Andre. I'm not sure. Argentine.
what?
Argentine.
Like I see. Okay, according to the
How about Argentine?
of Argentine descent. Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that.
hey, there we
Oxford
go.
Dictionary.
There we go.
Thanks.
It's technically, it is now established as being
Yeah.
technically correct, regardless of what anybody thinks.
Yeah. Again, I just. Yeah.
So now I have to say Argentine, because if I don't,
You should
I'm
say
an ignorant
Argentine.
fool.
Yeah. Again, I think it like part of it's sort of just in practice if that's what people are using. Like By people, I mean me.
Oh no.
But then there's also like the grammar part. So I think both arguments are like equally independently worth it.
I think we've just been objectively wrong. I think it's just Argentine.
Oh my, Argentine.
Regardless of what anybody says. We've established it as truth. JP guy's done it.
I couldn't go in.
Do you know what the does anyone know what the food style for today's dinner is?
McDonald's. I don't know.
Wait,
That
what
was
is
tricky.
What?
That looked like a bush.
That did look
Twitch
like
Hello World says, ¿Es usted de Buenos Aires?
See.
For me, it's just a change of mindset. I've had times where I'd say I'll only just start doing this thing I need to do for 5 minutes, and then by the end, I don't want to stop. Touch attack. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No,
Like
no.
doing a task that you don't want to do, but just getting started is the hardest part. And once you get
Yes.
started, it's actually pretty easy to continue and finish it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys get
No,
credit for
that's true.
teaching CS50? Says Greeny996.
Not course credit.
No, not course credit.
We get
It's like-
paid.
yeah, they get stipends.
And we get personal pride.
Yeah, personal pride.
Personal pride. T-shirts.
Accomplishment.
That's true. Swag.
A lot of swag.
All the swag.
Stress
Free food
balls.
sometimes.
Yeah, often free
Oh,
food.
free food,
Lots
yep.
of free food.
Like- just
We're
like today.
very well fed.
Just a little bit.
Very well fed, like physically and mentally.
Do you know Columbine School? Yeah, we definitely heard about it. I know about the Columbine
Oh.
Massacre. That's all I know about.
Shoot, we're really covering a lot
They're
of like,
covering a lot
dark
of
things there.
ground,
Covered,
right?
like slavery.
What does the fairy do? Says Asley. That just restores a lot of hearts. So if you have a lot of empty ones, it'll give you a bunch. I don't know how many. I think it's 5.
Have we been here before?
Black
don't
Mirror.
know.
That is hard to watch sometimes, but very eye-opening series. Yes.
Just another
Tired
store.
of this guy. He's just always there.
Walmart's really
He really moves around.
taking over the neighborhood.
Okay, have we crossed the river?
We crossed many a river.
Is
I don't know.
is C Sharp well in demand? Yes, it is well in demand.
Chad.
Productive procrastination. Oh, couldn't watch after the pig. I know what episode they're talking about.
What?
Oh.
Pig of what show? What are we
Black
talking?
Mirror.
Oh,
There's a graphic episode that involves a pig.
I've seen all of it. I don't remember it being that graphic.
Well, it's graphic to some people.
Different cultural.
We all have different
There you
cultural
go.
backgrounds. What is this guy?
Oh no! If you touch him, what?
Actually, not sure. What is that person?
What? Well, this feels like a strange move.
Some episodes are really tech savvy. Oh yeah. As she was grossed out by it. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Other than CS50 and algorithms and data structures, what is the most important
Oh,
course
I
to
remember
take?
the big one. Now I remember. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that was terrible.
Other than
Software engineering, architecture, operating systems, kernel course, machine learning. Yeah, all of those. Take all of those if you want to.
Yeah, I'm doing a systems programming and machine organization class that you also took, and it's
Also
really
fun
great.
class.
So
Really
fun.
enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
I would say take whatever you want too. Like whatever's
Yeah,
interesting to
take
you,
whatever
you're
you
gonna
want.
do better at it.
There's
Probably.
nothing worse than being
That's
in
what-
a class that you don't want to be in.
Totally. But also you can like learn so much yourself. Like I have like all these different random side projects I'm gonna work on over winter break that I, sort of on paper have no background for, but I'm just gonna Google.
That's fine. Yeah, you can easily
Read-
figure most
read
projects out
APIs,
just by
yeah.
messing with it. By the way, I'm still astounded we haven't found the second dungeon yet.
I know. We stopped going in the same direction too.
People watching
I-
this are gonna be like, holy crap.
We're kid friendly.
Coralevilia. How do you say that? Coralevilia. Hi CS50. Hello Coralevilia. Thank you for joining us.
What is going on?
It is helpful to code as a tech lawyer, and I love it.
Tech lawyer, that's cool.
Yeah. Crazy how well Colton pronounces foreign names. This is Ashley. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I
Good.
probably butchered many foreign names.
Oh.
I like how Veronica said Argentine like Einstein.
Yes.
Might be rude, but how is this related to CS50? Said Meowcat.
Not rude.
Unit testing.
That
Wait, what were we talking about?
We
if
did
we're,
it.
If we're talking about playing the game, it's well, we were able to tie Mario in. I guess Zelda is a little bit less tied in.
yeah.
But it's kind of a fun thing. We're on Twitch.
That's the thing, it seems like this is like a, giant part of, like I think video games, I think you would say, are a giant part of like what popularized computer science maybe?
Probably
Or
part
made it
of
like
it,
more
yeah.
common. So I think it's all tied together.
I know
that's
games
why I got
definitely
into it.
games
Yeah.
definitely helped drive like early computer development, like for the Apple
Yeah,
II.
that makes
Like it
sense.
was pretty huge for that. Steve Wozniak.
Was this the stream in of itself was requested when we did the Mario one?
Ooh, really?
Yeah. People were asking when was the next gaming stream.
Did you guys participate in
Little did they
Hacktoberfest?
know.
I did not. Did you guys Hacktoberfest?
No.
Hacktoberfest?
Hacktober. I thought it was just Oktoberfest.
No,
I was like,
not that.
not in Germany.
Not the,
yeah, I wish. but-
Hacktoberfest, yeah. Favorite programming language?
These are the ones, don't touch them. Oh,
Favorite-
this is horrible.
Favorite programming language and text editor.
Python.
And text
Ooh,
editor.
I like Atom, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rodrigo?
I would say Python and Atom. I used.
Oh,
dang it,
wow,
I did it
so
again.
original.
I did Sublime Text for a while,
No,
but
I also-
Atom,
yeah.
Atom just. I think Atom is.
I have to use Sublime on the virtual machine because Atom is so much like bigger.
If you ask Chad, he'll say Vim.
Yeah, so
So
will
boring.
Jordan. I like Python and VS Code, which is very similar
Which
to
is
Atom.
the VS Code again?
It's just basically Atom, but like a
Okay.
more developed version, I guess, because it's got like all of Microsoft working. Oh, not all of Microsoft,
Oh,
but
you
like
told me about
a
this.
massive
Yeah.
number of people working on it. Entendí que es una ciudad bella. Me gustaría ir.
Yeah. Buenos Aires is great. Everyone should go.
Heard it is a
I'm
beautiful
sure
city, but
Caracas
like,
is great too. At a different moment, but
Is Haskell worth learning?
Oh.
Haskell?
I think.
Oh,
I definitely think it's worth learning. From what
Haskell.
it's a language I want to learn. It's not used a lot. It's like it's a
is
functional
Haskell?
programming language. It's like a very
Okay.
strict functional programming
What do
language.
you use it for?
It's a general purpose programming language.
Love it.
From what I understand. Like for the one concrete use case that I remember is like John Carmack, the maker of Doom and like id Studio, made
What's
Wolfenstein
Doom?
in Haskell. Like he ported it. Doom is like the first person shooter, like old school. He ported. Well, it's not the first first person shooter. It was like one of the first ones.
And first-person shooter game.
Yeah.
I feel like we should really like some of this language sounds weird.
Oh yeah.
Like
First person shooter, yeah,
Here's
because
a first-person
from
shooter.
because it's from the perspective of you holding the gun. That's why it's first person. So you're actually playing as like in the steps of the
I'm
person.
curious. What are your thoughts about like gun violence and guns in gaming?
From what I understand, there's no,
No
scientific correlation. Yeah, I think
Let me
people
go
have
back to
studied
this.
it.
So it seems like maybe there's a dungeon. How would I get across this bridge?
well, that's why I tried to cross the bridge on the one above and tried. I forgot to go down after that. I kept going up.
Ew,
If
let's
anybody
try
in the chat has any hints that they can give us to find the second dungeon, definitely toss those in there.
Yeah.
This music is gonna play in my brain forever, says Asley. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you listen to podcasts related to tech? If so, which ones do you recommend?
Ooh, I love podcasts. Actually, I don't listen to any like CS specific podcasts, but I like sciencey ones. I like Invisibilia. I know I'm trying to like give myself space to not die. I like Invisibilia as like a tech one. What else do I like? There's a lot of some of the economics ones have like cool Bitcoin stuff. But no, actually, if anyone has any like CS specific podcasts that are good, I really love podcasts, so I could really listen to them.
I saw something on the
forever.
news today about Bitcoin dying.
Oh yeah, a lot of people forecasted that would happen.
I feel like people say that all the time about everything. People are just really. Oh no.
I heard like I forget who was talking
I
about it,
wanna
but they
do
were
it
talking
again.
about
Give
how
me a
they were
second.
like confident it was just gonna like I think it was Warren Buffett was saying it was just gonna be a fad that just blew out and that people wouldn't.
And how long ago did you say that?
It was like this year.
How long has Bitcoin been around for?
I don't know, a couple years. It's hard to say. I honestly don't know that much about it.
Me neither. It's on my list of things to learn about.
I didn't read the article. I just saw it.
It definitely gained a lot of popularity, but then the price of the Bitcoin like dropped drastically when it when it hit its peak when they were all valued like really high.
Yeah.
It went down like 400 or 500% or something like
my
that.
gosh.
Like not long after that happened, I think, right?
But actually, do we know where the dinner is coming from?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Like I feel like occasionally I just like miss all meals.
This is true. I'm hungry as well. I get where you're coming from. I'm having the hunger as well.
You have the hunger.
I have the hunger. It's a real thing. They want you to talk about your side projects. Veronica.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So like,
Oh, get the ferry.
yeah, I'm trying.
At all costs.
No. I'm trying. Oh.
That was rude. Go down. Go down. The dungeon's
Michael.
down.
Okay. I'm glad you remember all of this. Ooh.
It's another.
God. Oh, I'm really gonna break this. I'm sorry.
That's
Okay,
okay.
you talk about your side projects.
Yeah.
Rodrigo will get us there. We'll do it.
So I listen to music on Spotify, and Spotify has like an API that I'm planning on reading up on.
Oh, I tried to work with that. That was
You tried to work on it?
complicated.
Yeah. So they recently changed it. Like I looked into it like a year ago, and then the version that they had was getting deprecated. So then I was like, it doesn't feel like I should do something with it at this time. So I sort of waited a bit, and then haven't read up on it yet. But what was your experience?
Well, I was trying to.
We were already here. Meet the old man at the grave.
Is that the?
That's a clue. Ugh.
Is that the other cave with that duck person?
That just
What?
feels like a weird.
Well, my experience with it was that I was trying to come up with some API examples for an API seminar that I was leading this summer, and one of the ones that I saw was the Spotify one.
Yeah.
So I clicked on it and I was reading the documentation.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of hoops to jump through. To
Yeah,
just get it
they have a
set
lot
up.
of like approving
Yeah.
of your side project and all these things. Whatever. I'm just gonna try it. There's a couple different things I want to do with that. In particular, I feel very strongly that what music my brain wants to listen to has a lot to do with the beats per minute and a couple other things of like each particular song. So what Spotify does is it stores all of the information about like tons of info on about every track in a JSON object, and then I don't know exactly what, but I think I'd create some sort of web app to basically like I'd like it to dynamically create playlists for me based on some input that I give it, like, I don't know exactly what, maybe like
You did
key
say you like to
inspirational
order
words.
your playlist by
Yeah, so I already do that. So there's like a very basic level of like, yeah, Spotify doesn't really have a great way of organizing playlists. Like it's hard to create a playlist. A lot of it's like manually you're adding songs. So I'd want to sort of abstract some of that away, but in addition, I really just think like, I'll be walking a lot of the time and I'll just have a moment where I'm like, my brain is specifically looking for a song that will fit into this window, and sometimes I'll literally just like pause and just shuffle through like all of my songs until I find like a song that fits it, and typically it has to do with beats per minute, but other times it has to do with like some other small things that I don't know quite what it is, but I'm sure it's something I could sort of quantify.
It's like
and
an adventure into like
create.
self-psychoanalysis, kind of.
So, sort of. I really just think it's practical. Like I really think like I really like listening to music. There's music that I want at different times. If I can build something that will come up with that music for me, I should go ahead and do that. Wow.
It seems like I was stuck in an endless loop. Did you know?
was
you were
weird,
into
yeah.
this,
That was
I'm
a
pretty
tough
sure there's
area.
Pretty sure there's a certain order you have to like go through the paths in that instance.
What do you mean a certain order you have to go through the paths?
Like go left,
you have to go
and
like
then go
left,
down.
then up, then left, and then down, or what? There's some order, specific directions you have to go into.
You just have to memorize?
Yep.
Wow.
And the first time, I guess you just trial and error.
Are you gonna work on any side projects?
Well, my wife Emily, she wants me to code a blogging site for her,
Oh, that's nice.
so I might work on that. I also have one of the classes that I'm taking. One of the projects that I'm doing for it is making a website.
Okay.
And that's something that happens every year, and so there's previous iterations of the websites, but the service that they were like Harvard was renting servers for them to put those websites on, and recently one of them expired. So they wanted to see if there was a way to move them somewhere else.
Like
and
deploy it
yeah,
for some
I
other.
showed them GitHub pages.
Okay,
and they were,
yeah.
Like, very, very like happy with that, because that was exactly what they were looking for. So I might move over some
That's
websites for
interesting.
them.
Would you remind me with GitHub pages, the domain name?
It's just
Where do
like,
you buy it from? Well, I know that there's like the normal like, Veronica Nutting.github.io / whatever.
Oh, you mean
but
like
there is
you
a
wanna
way
make the
to.
URL
I think you
specific?
can customize the domain, right?
Yeah, I haven't looked into that, but I know that you can.
Meowcat says, how is it related to CS50 officially? Are you guys in Harvard who
We
contribute
are.
to that or something? Yes. So this stream, for full context, is a stream where we normally have myself and other people, Veronica and Rodrigo included, and David, who come in to code things from scratch typically or discuss a topic. And today's particular stream, to sort of go to what Twitch is more themed around. We are just playing Legend of Zelda, and we did another stream similar to this where we played Super Mario Brothers because we have an NES Classic. It's sort of fun, get together, have a conversation,
I'm gonna
two-way
try to get
conversation.
coins so we can get
But
that
generally, we do programming-oriented
candle.
streams. So tomorrow, for example, Nick Wong, who has done a couple of streams with us before, will be on stream to talk about low-level C stuff. Previously, he did a Linux commands tutorial and setting up a web server tutorial. So yeah, we do a lot of tech and programming related stuff, but today specifically we're just playing a game. And about Bitcoin, to say Bitcoin isn't dying is like saying that some currency is dying. Again, I don't know too much about
Bold claims, yeah.
I don't know too much about Bitcoin, but I think it's more about I guess inflating to the point of not being practical.
Yeah, I just saw an
usable.
article headline, so I didn't read it or anything.
And then imagine tomorrow people just start reading articles, CS50 experts predict that Bitcoin is breaking.
This is all sort of loose knowledge that we're not Bitcoin experts, and I haven't looked too deeply
Not
into
yet.
it. I've definitely heard about a lot of people saying that they project that it's going to eventually just not be used at all because it's going to be a fad, but I don't know. It could be super popular forever.
God.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, to say that it's
Upper
dying is
what
more semantically appropriate to say that
Upper's a
it's
dead end.
will eventually potentially be impractical to use or not worth using, and therefore will die because it will not have support. You guys are so much more chill without David being around, says Greenie.
Are we
I don't know about
We're
that.
the same level of chill.
I think it's the same.
Yeah. He's just one of the.
David has a lot of energy, so I think when
People,
he's around,
yeah.
it just feels like there's more. I don't know. I guess maybe it feels like there's more energy.
I was about to
Is
say
this
when he's
not
around,
this
it's like
old man?
it like the conversation gravitates with it like sort of radiating from him. I think. So
Yeah.
There's a different feel to it.
Yeah, definitely. Fellow CS student here, having a lot of trouble with probability and statistics. Can you recommend me any sites or YouTube channels? Do you guys know of any?
Ooh, I do not. With ports and probability?
Probability and statistics.
That's actually
Ooh.
that's something that I'm struggling with.
I feel.
Technical material.
So you and Save Me XS both have a vested interest in that.
Yeah. I don't know. I like what's it called? The Stat 110 class that I'm
Yeah.
taking. The book is really, really nice. It's just hard to have time to do practice problems and everything else that we do.
Yeah.
But in terms of probability and statistics, I think the best way to learn is by doing practice problems. Just find problems online where you can see a solution and just try to do them and then see, how far off you were, learn from that and do similar problems over and over again. That's what I would do if I had more time.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna go up.
Have you guys done summer internships? How is it coding for a company compared to studying? Which class should I at least have taken before I can code for at least a real pro level? They're hiring
should
here,
always come
and I
here.
don't want to seem silly even seeing if I can do it even part-time for those that I know that hire.
I mean, we
Both of
interned
us,
here.
yeah, we interned here, which was very fun. Summer 50.
We had different experiences though, because I was helping as a teaching fellow for classes, and you were doing outreach.
Unlike
He's back, as projected. Hey, do you want to sit in this chair?
How much have we?
We're doing pretty well.
Playing a second round.
They're still looking for the second dungeon. They haven't found the second dungeon yet.
We have explored, 20 caves or something.
Yeah.
They've all been shops or creepy.
Or are you
There are
visiting
so
the
many-
same 5
no.
caves 4
There are
times?
so many shops.
Rodrigo, would you mind scooching a little bit that way in front of
way?
you as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only stay for a few minutes, all, but I just wanted to pop in and see how
You're
the
gonna be out of
progress
focus
is.
probably.
Okay.
A little
I
bit
gotta
more
move in
forward.
here.
Yeah.
We're all on wheels here.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are in a good position. Just reading the chat, just doing some stuff, You said Stat 110 was the probability course, the statistics course that you said the book was good?
Yeah.
So yeah, Save Me Access if you want to check that out. That's probably, it sounds like the right.
Trying to get enough money for that candle.
You're still trying to save up for the candle?
we got the arrow or the bow, but
it do
without
anything?
one. Well, you needed to buy
Yeah,
the other
sold
thing.
separately. You can't use the arrows without the bow. So
Oh.
we're looking for the bow.
My ears, says Greenie. Oh, what was that a reference to? Did we do something on accident?
I feel so
It might
powerful.
have been when David came in when he started moving in the chairs.
No, it was a while earlier.
There's a good post on Reddit this weekend where someone was joking about Apple is working on its own car. Keys and engine sold separately.
That's funny. Wait, that's so funny.
That's true, yeah.
Oh!
But how many dongles would this new car have?
I know. Can you believe it? That is
Oh
by
my
far the
gosh.
worst
Gas dongle?
evolution of the Mac.
Are you feeling?
Well, I don't want to
Give it a
steal
go?
from Rodrigo.
Oh, trust me, we have
They-
both.
they-
All right,
they've had
all
their
right, I
fair
got a
share.
few.
They've had their
All
fair
right,
share.
so we're still continuing. How many times have we hit continue? Oh my god, we have to go all the way back to the beginning?
Yeah, wait, what happened? Weren't we in a dungeon before?
This would be hilarious if you just found the second dungeon after like 2 minutes.
Typical.
Is it? Do we have a lot of data points on me playing video? Damn it. I like to hit the wrong button once in a while. Keeps things interesting.
No, I just mean, this would happen to me a lot when I was a child. Like, I would be looking for, I don't know, like a shirt, and then I couldn't find it, and I'd ask my mom to look for it. She would immediately find it.
Oh, it's like the jar, opening the ketchup jar for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be like,
No.
oh, I loosened it for you. Oh, that guy moved faster than I thought.
I feel like Colton could finish the game very easily, but is refraining from playing, so the stream won't end that soon. I don't know about that. I appreciate the confidence in me.
And I think that's, I was gonna say, I think that's almost like a request.
I might
For
at
you
some
to
point. Maybe when
try.
David goes, I'll try a little bit.
Good.
You did say in the Mario stream, you were
Oh!
like, it was a lot of fun, but I didn't get to go.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, that's fine. I got someone has to read the chat, you know.
Why would I play this game?
Let's play a money-making game. It's like a gamble.
Hey, wait, this sounds interesting.
Oh, you can maybe you choose one of them, and they gives you one of them might give you money. Ooh, yeah, 50. Nice. Okay, you did a good job.
Yeah, and you want Colton to play.
Golden Souls needing Harvard Communications. I know I got lyrics wrong though. Let's check. You're in. Oh, they're saying I'm back quite a ways when we were in the loop.
I was trying to impress
You
him.
made a lot of money.
That was back when we
I
were in
did.
the
50
loop.
bucks later.
As he was saying that your project
well,
Veronica
oh,
was
if you
super
would
cool.
Go for it. No, yeah.
She said that your project would be a cool psychology research, the correlation between beats and music chosen in the mood of the person.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I need to implement the project and then also somehow store and then interpret a lot of data based on myself, and then I have to sort of focus group it out to a couple other people
There's
that
sometimes
have
things in there.
been interested in it, and then based on that data, I'll learn other things, which is
True.
exciting.
Yeah, you definitely have to increase the sample size.
Yes, just me is.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I can't
no.
listen to what they are saying. Oh, is the stream too, or is the game music too loud? I can turn the game music down. I turned it down quite a bit. It's at the volume as last time, but I'll turn it down just a little bit.
Nice.
Is the only microphone like the computer?
Yes.
There's Veronica's mic, and then my mic. So I'll be clear, she'll be clear, you'll be clear because you're close to her, and then you talk pretty loud, so you should still be pretty clear. One day my
I
love.
get greedy sometimes and I want to take them out and then I screw it up.
I'm the same way. Well, that almost worked.
Well, I was trying to. Alright, that's.
Okay, wait. Go into the shop.
No, we've been in that one so many times.
Yeah.
Really? But no, wait. What is this heart? Does everyone see this heart? This cool heart over there.
I don't know how you get to it though.
I don't know how you get to it.
I really need more hearts than I currently have. This game's really hard. This is why it took me 30 years to win it.
Oh yeah, we did.
But you
Mario.
have won it.
We condensed
I think I won it once.
We condensed the 30 years of Mario into one stream. I don't know if it's gonna be possible
It is.
today.
I thought I could win it in the next
Wait,
5
did you
minutes,
win Mario at the
but-
stream?
Mario. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we won it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Frankly, it was a little easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't 30 years ago. I still remember we used to like rent the games back when you could rent cartridges from
Okay.
Nintendo.
Like
down
at
into the
Blockbuster?
basement, before there was Blockbuster, frankly. But same idea, same technology, storefront, and would get headaches by playing the darn thing like 48 hours straight so as to get our money's worth, because it was like $3 or whatever to rent the game, and we wanted to max that out.
Could you play with people?
No, it's just like we played last week or last
But
month.
I mean, just just you
Oh.
No, we've been there.
in a room.
What do you mean?
Like,
with
how do you
people?
play
No, it'd be me and a friend or
collaboratively?
something
Yeah,
like that,
okay.
or family member. Yeah.
So is this the dungeon that you beat? Okay.
That
so
was-
that's
was
what
that-
dungeons look like.
Yeah. Está bien. Podemos hablar en español. Oh, actualmente,
sí.
todos nosotros, except Colton,
Except
hablan el español.
Exacto,
Sí.
¿verdad?
Oh, sí, perfecto.
Sí.
Hola, mundo. Esto es CS50 en Twitch. Bienvenidos a todos.
Perfecto, sí. Tenemos un par de personas que ya hablaron en castellano, así que
Sí, pero
Rollo.
ahora podemos hablar de
es verdad,
Colton
de
en
Colton,
español.
exacto.
Sí.
Hello.
David, ¿dónde aprendiste español?
Es
En la
verdad.
escuela secundaria.
Wow.
Lo estudié por 6, 8 años.
Qué cool.
Sí.
Wow.
¿Y ustedes?
cool.
¿Estás de
No,
Argentina?
O sea, de Argentina y Venezuela, así que
Sí. ¿Y from
primer
Connecticut?
idioma. Ah. Connecticut.
Connecticut, sí.
That's hilarious.
No, mira, just.
M. Gonimi says Crash Course YouTube channel has a good statistics playlist.
Ooh.
Back to the
This is
stats,
new, yeah?
Stats and
Unless you
probability.
guys have been here?
I have not
We've
seen
briefly been here.
Oh, sorry, we switched to English.
That's okay.
All right, this is good. Let's keep making some progress here. Though I'm gonna have to dash in 60 seconds. If you
See,
can
but I
wait.
wasn't playing this well until you came in.
Inspiration.
Ooh.
I don't like how when you're just walking.
Ooh.
I've seen this. We've gotten.
Oh, have you?
Before, yeah.
Isn't
feels
it interesting
familiar.
though? Honestly, in like 8-bit color and these very simple graphics.
Don't touch them.
Actually, one of these might be a tunnel or that brick. Wait, what happens with that brick? That's interesting. Can you
One
push up
time
on that?
I touched one of these and I died.
No, you want that. Should you push up on it? Do you want to try a bomb on there? Oh, see, things like that are interesting. Actually, to the left. I could have sworn 30 years ago. To the left. No, that's not gonna help. Okay, that was.
This way? Oh, no.
I wonder if one of these guys is a portal.
So you think we should bomb all of them?
Well, with our zero bomb, that's the problem now. Oh, that's bad.
I'm out of
All right, I have to dash, but I'm gonna tune in online. I'm gonna hop into the chat room if I may, and can't wait to see the
Yay!
final push to level
Level 2. Yeah.
Good to see everyone. Muchas gracias.
Ciao, nos vemos.
Dude.
Okay. Yes, the one time this is useful. Yes, milk
Watch me
it.
still manage to die.
You guys can switch back this way a little bit. so you're
Sure,
more
yeah.
centered.
Whoa.
So no one knows where the food's coming from. I hate to keep.
I feel
saying
like
that.
I feel like David and or Valerie probably know.
We should have asked.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you missed your golden
Hefes?
opportunity.
Not Hefes. Felipe's?
Felipe's?
So,
Oh, I had
Felipe?
Felipe's
There's
for
a strong chance Felipe's would be the place.
But we just had Felipe's for the hackathon. Ooh, look at this.
Ooh,
Hashtag
look
dungeon.
at that.
Oh, come on.
Oh, interesting.
Show this
What
to
is-
the old woman.
Oh, come all these vague instructions. Is that what? Oh,
So it's
A map?
It's a new item. It's like it looks like a map,
map?
right? Show this. So the old woman was in the cave. Do you remember?
no.
Which one?
The one sprite that didn't have any text.
Oh, that was the old woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I should be drawing this map as we go.
Right? Probably, huh?
I'm starting to remember some of it, but
Meowcat says, sorry, I joined today. First time I see the stream, and I like to talk a lot. Now, that's okay, Meowcat. We encourage
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah, please talk about it.
Definitely talk a lot.
yeah, the chat is what keeps us moving.
R.I.P. Colton. Pobre Colton says, Twitch Hello World.
Oh, that's funny.
It's been too long. I forgot everything, says Techi Tak. Oh, for CS50. They're talking about taking CS50, I think. The fluency and grip over Spanish. This is Bevic Knight. I think they might have been talking about all three of you with David,
Sure.
possibly. Gotta use the whistle on the rock, I think, says Coffee Mug Gaming. Interesting. We haven't gotten the whistle yet.
Yeah, we really.
Oh, the rock that David was trying to move, I think, is probably what they're talking
There was a
about.
whistle?
We haven't gotten the whistle yet. I'm guessing that's an item that we get later. Heard about CS50 like 3 years ago and always want to start it, but I think about it as something to be done from the start to end. It's hard for me to divide stuff and schedule stuff. I'm not good at it.
No, I think you can do it in chunks. I think that's one of the great things about the course. You can absolutely do it in sort of a self-paced way. And I think even if you have a busy schedule, you can sort of drag it out longer.
Talk to CS50?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so CS50 at Harvard's taught in a single semester. So you have like 12 weeks to complete the course. But for instance, CS50 AP, which is taught at about 500 high schools in the US and outside of the US, that's taught over the course of the year. So it's the same problem sets, but just sort of everything spread out to give students a bit more time to make sure that they're understanding what they're learning. And I think similarly, you could stretch it out as needed.
Yeah, it's definitely something you can learn at your own pace. It doesn't make sense to
Totally.
move forward if you haven't gotten a good grasp
Yeah.
on the preceding weeks.
Bill Kears, press B to see what it is. Oh, for the map, maybe?
No,
Have you tried pressing
I'm
it?
pressing B and nothing's happening.
I think
And I'm stuck.
you specifically might need to show it just to that old woman in the cave.
Yeah, I've been looking for her, and I thought I got to that, but it was a different cave.
I don't remember where she was. I think it was to the south of the starting location. I'm not 100%
We still
sure.
have the map though, right?
Do it again. Go again.
We did-
If you think you
I
remember
hope we
where
don't
it
lose
is.
it. No, we lost them. Oh no, okay. It's right there. I could have sworn it was if you went up. and then you went to the left. I thought this is where they were, but apparently that's the shop. So, any other ideas?
Can you go farther south? Is there anything?
South.
Really not. Doesn't look like too much.
And to the left?
Oof. These are fast.
Okay, not here. Oh, was it that cave there?
Ooh.
I think that was the cave.
Or was
where
that the cave where they said the eastern, or not eastern peninsula, but the other thing had a secret in it or whatever?
Yeah, that was the other clue cave.
Okay.
But we can go back and see what happens.
Maybe up north. I don't know. I don't remember
So you
where
had
it
to play
was.
this on a very small screen.
In the old days? Yeah, in the old days you'd have a CRT television, like one of the deep ones, which is like a laser that shot
Ooh!
stuff at the.
No. This is not the old one.
Can it? Does it work? Oh, okay. This is the wrong one. I think you have to do it to the one that was completely
Yeah.
quiet.
Oh.
Yeah, you do it on a CRT, and it would be like
What's CRT again?
a cathode ray tube, which is the.
Oh, is it this one?
I think it's that one. Yeah. That was the technology that they
Ooh,
used.
that was close.
It was an electron.
Yes!
Ooh, hello.
5 minutes before you go. This
That's
is it?
unfortunate.
Everyone's always selling us stuff. Oh,
We're never getting
we're
anywhere.
really just learning about the economy today.
What is the blue bombs and the red hearts?
I don't know. I guess you're gonna find out now. If you consume it, I'm worried that you're gonna.
What?
Oh, it's an empty bottle. Okay,
What?
so now it's blue. Now it's an empty bottle.
Ah.
So that's just what that is.
No! We just spent that much money, what? Getting like one life.
Okay, interesting.
That was a scam.
Scam.
We've been scammed.
Wait, so where's the old man at the grave? Have we went to the top left? I don't think we've been to the top left.
He really reminds me of like a missionary. Like I feel like
He looks. Yeah, he's got the
is like-
shield that looks like a Bible.
you're like Book of Mormon.
That wasn't their. I'm pretty sure that wasn't their design. There's also only so many pixels, but it does look like a cross. It does.
Are all the
It definitely does look
little
like that.
words only in English? Like, do they have versions? I don't know, in Japanese or?
They came out
languages?
with this game in Japanese,
Oh, cool.
but I don't know what other
So
languages.
this is the English version. That makes sense. It's better. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Let me just confirm that that's the case.
So did you talk about the random mace generation?
What's that?
No, we didn't talk about that. So that was the. Oh yeah, it did come out. It did have Japanese right there. Yeah. So that's what it looked like before.
Ooh,
and then
but
it-
life, interestingly.
Yeah, a different font.
Huh.
Yeah, the games course taught a.
New follower?
No, it's a Facebook message.
Oh.
But good reminder. I think I might have missed a couple of followers actually. Let me
Yeah.
shout them out. I apologize deeply for doing that. Meowcat, thank you very much for following. I missed that when it happened. And Corlavilia, yes,
Oh, yes.
I missed that. Apologies.
Like-
Thank you for following.
Is that like the Twitch
Krella
version of
Deville?
subscribing in YouTube?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Oh, this is so horrible.
That's horrible. Yeah, you're really just getting massacred. Like, come
Old man in the
on.
first dungeon gives you a clue to find the next. Says Indie Gangster 2099. Interesting. Dawson says, Veronica, you shine bright like a diamond.
So many of them.
I shine bright like a
Shine bright like a
diamond. People are so nice. Rodrigo is also a diamond.
Can I take a stab?
Aw.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh.
Should one of us?
Yeah,
read the
should we
chat?
scooch a bit? Ooh, yeah. Do you want us, one of us?
Yeah,
man?
if you why don't you read the chat, Veronica?
Okay, I'll
you
read
read
the
the
chat. I'm gonna switch gears. Okay. And I should I read all these curse words out loud as well, or no? Just
kid
kidding.
friendly, kid friendly.
Just
if
kidding.
possible.
Just kidding. Okay.
All right.
You don't want to share?
Colton, how are you letting these comments fly without laughing?
I've become cold.
You haven't
Cold and
seen me
emotionless.
try to read them yet, so let's see.
The lack of a dungeon.
I'm
has-
excited for
has
it.
made us lose.
Okay, this is funny. There's a comment by Techie Tack, perhaps, that says, "Thank you so much for sunlight," and I just read it as, "Thank you so much for sunlight." And I was like,
Yes.
what
do
a
lot
nice
here.
message.
We
Yes,
do a lot here.
thank you for
at
sunlight.
CS50.
Oh, and actually, no, now I'm looking back at G. Hassan 119, the "You Shine Bright Like a Diamond" one.
Oh, yeah.
They're referring to someone else called Veronica. It doesn't.
I think it must have been a
I think,
typo.
well, or a different person.
It might have been a different person. I might have given you too much credit.
Then Veronica.
Wait, have we been there?
Veronica, I'd love to meet you.
I think this is a.
Oh, this is.
I could try.
Oh, Brian says hello.
Brian, hi, good to see
Hey,
you.
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, I lost 40 rupees.
Way
okay.
to go, Colton. Now we can't
Wow.
even afford to play the game again.
Then someone says, Veronica, Greenie996 says, Veronica, read all the ones about you, Bob Ross. Don't know if there's a Bob Ross, but I can try to, let's see. Oh, that's cool. I like the cross-cultural drama. It says, Be Havoc Knight. I like the cross-cultural drama, like we can learn more about people around the world and feel closer to humanity. Now, isn't that what learning is all about?
That one was supposed to. Wow, this is difficult. The lag is
Right?
real. There's a little bit of input lag.
What do you mean? Oh, in the game?
Yeah.
And you press up.
I
it
think
takes
we
it
were
a second.
going in a good direction though.
That's where we've been going, right?
Did you make it all the way to the far right side of that?
Yeah, that's where the lake is, and then you go up, and there's the shop.
Okay, let's try a different direction then.
And then if you go all the way up, you get to the place where we got the map. Oh.
Oh, there's so many like conversations, like internal conversations, which is so nice.
Yeah, no, I don't usually read those out loud just because those are between the other people. It also get hard to read all of them, I think.
Okay, Bob Ross is a Twitch emote, not referencing a person. I see. Okay, Kappa.
He's a
Kappa.
well, he's a person.
Kappa
and,
Ross.
He's a person and a Twitch and a.
Oh, wow, I didn't know you could do that.
And G Hassan 119 has now said my name correctly, which is exciting. Veronica. Okay, and then Gasson means Python in English.
Oh, interesting.
Happy to talk from Dubai,
I didn't realize
Tunisia.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you hit this thing 3 times, it permanently
Okay,
dies.
it's phonetically pronounced like BHAA week. Ba week.
Oh,
Cool.
really? It's not pronounced Babic? Wow.
No.
I've
Babic.
just been terrible. I'm an ignorant
Okay,
person.
my AO cat. My
I've been
AO
pronouncing
cat.
that Meow Cat. I don't know.
Oh, meow cat. Oh, that makes more sense. Not my AO cat.
Yeah,
My AO cat says, this game technique is like Fortnite game. I think they just make you lose, but it's like difficult, it's hard, and it's challenging your brain to keep trying and to win it. Perhaps.
There's a bit of lag
Perhaps.
in this too because we're playing on an HD screen,
Okay.
which is annoying.
What do you mean?
So like normally, I can't explain it this exact second because I'm trying to kill this guy.
I don't,
Also,
think, I don't think it dies.
it has 1,000,000 health. I'm pretty sure it dies eventually.
Oh, someone just said, Veronica, can you butcher my username too?
He's got
with
called out.
a little kappa emoji. Oh, that's the JP
Hey, but
guy.
it's endearing though.
And then someone, New Wanda 3333 said, haha, Veronica, can you try saying Asli?
Asley?
Asli?
As-
I think that's how you say her name.
The JP guy. Veronica, can you butcher my username too? That's funny.
Wow, this is like impossible.
No, do you want to take over the comments for a bit?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, let's hear.
Okay, I'm
Usly. Okay,
I'm trying to kill this
Usly,
guy.
it's Usly, it's
frustrating.
Usly,
Yeah,
Greenie
spent a long time
996.
trying to get that guy out. Oh, careful,
Oh, careful, Veronica.
You'll have to.
Take my mic with me, yes.
All right. My AO cat says everyone who read my nickname had difficulty spelling it.
This is tough. This is not easy. I thought I set the TV to game mode, so it should be faster, but maybe not. I want to try and kill one of those statue people.
I have a fun fact.
What's a fun fact?
My brother's name is your last name.
Ogden?
Yes.
Really?
I've discussed this.
His first name? No, I don't think we discussed
Yeah,
this.
The JP
Yeah.
guy says, so Rodrigo, what are your hobbies? Since Colton's more of a gamer guy and Veronica takes interest in chess and all.
In what?
In chess.
When did we say that?
I don't remember.
I mean,
Did
yeah.
you say it? Did you?
No.
Oh, maybe because you were learning. Would you say you were learning chess?
Nope.
Oh.
It's on. Okay. I think maybe last time I was like, it's on my list of
On your list of things to do.
like, yeah, play more chess. But I don't think in any particular way. But I'm happy that that's like my online persona now. Veronica, the chess player.
You beat out Brian for that one. He was in that spot.
Brian
Like you
is-
play more chess than I do, Ro.
Well, I used to play a lot when I was a kid.
Same,
and
same.
Then I stopped playing for a long time.
I just think if you also don't have people, like I used to play with my family like all the time, and I think,
Yeah, I was
you know,
about to say,
in
like,
college.
when I find someone that also plays, I'll go through spells where we play a lot. Like Brian and I have been constantly
Aw,
playing for
that's
the
so
past,
fun.
I don't know, a week or two.
That's fun.
But it's hard. I
Who
don't
wins?
like-
Who wins more, you or Brian?
It's very even.
And Brian's on
Everybody who
the
like
stream.
Yeah, I know he's on. I'm
so
curious.
dun,
no
dun.
one who has.
Curious if there's gonna be some beef that gets started. Rodrigo Brian.
Well,
He was like UFC.
I trash talk a lot when I play games that are multiplayer, so I constantly trash talk Brian. So
Do you?
Nothing would be new.
That's funny.
Let's see. Hold on. Okay.
What are your hobbies?
My hobbies? My first thing would be soccer. I'm constantly
Oh yeah,
watching
you
soccer
and
games,
Kareem. Yeah, you guys both love soccer.
playing FIFA. Kareem likes PES, P-E-S, which is the inferior version of FIFA.
What does that
I'm
stand
sure.
for?
I'm sure he would disagree with you.
Yeah, in my humble opinion, he would disagree with me strongly. But yeah, I like gaming. Maybe not as much as Colton, but I do like gaming.
I think I like gaming a little bit too much.
I like soccer, FIFA / any games, usually sports games when I play with friends. Star Wars, I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I'm watching the movies with Rodrigo
Veronica Nutting.
slowly,
shoot. Wow.
very slowly. We're getting there.
Oh, crap.
There's also a conversation going on.
Oh, look what I found.
Weeknight and my.
Oh
What?
my
How did you get
gosh! We basically. I also feel like you're in a weird. I feel like we were there on the map.
there? What did I say? Colton had to beat it.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes I'm gonna die, but at least if I die, we start back at the beginning of the dungeon now.
At this dungeon.
Yes.
That's so exciting. You got it. You got it. You got it. You can get the key. Nice. Ooh.
These guys spawn little guys. I want hearts so badly. Looks like it sends them all the way to the wall too. Oh shit. Shoot. I mean, kid friendly.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay, this is horrible.
Oh, stressful music.
Weeknight says, "Don't play FIFA. I was addicted to it. Replace that addiction with productive Twitch stream."
Yeah, there we go. He's got the right idea.
Yeah, I went through a spell where I was playing FIFA too much, specifically this mode called Ultimate Team, where you essentially assemble your...
The
okay,
hitboxes
it's okay.
the
You-
hitboxes are a little bit whack.
Wait,
Go
you
for it from
reset to
here.
the beginning
You
of
reset the beginning of the dungeon.
Oh, that's good.
So now we don't have to go all
You
the
got
way.
this.
Yeah. Okay,
Nice.
here we go. Much better. No more low heart sound too, which is nice. These slime things are annoying to kill without range.
Range
The
being-
when Athena played this through the we were doing a little test play earlier before the stream started. She got a boomerang in the first dungeon from someone. I feel like we should have farmed a boomerang.
farmed.
Like, just from
Yeah.
defeating an enemy?
Yeah, just from defeating one of those Malan dudes.
Hmm.
I feel like that would be super nice to have.
So
Weeknight
you're just
says
try-
Colton is going to win this now.
Are you trying to kill everyone just for money?
Just for the heck of it.
Well, maybe they'll drop hearts.
Yeah. Whoa.
Seems like no. But yeah, sometimes I also just, kill things.
In the Gangster 2099 says favorite food of.
Oh, okay. I have a ton of favorite foods. I have a list of like 40 favorite foods.
Oh man, you might not
So
be
many.
visible actually, Veronica. Are you
Am I?
visible? I
Am I?
think. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I am visible, wonderful. No, amongst these favorite foods are
Can I attack this guy?
pesto sauce.
Does that count
Yes,
as a
it
food?
counts as a food. Pesto sauce.
What does the chat think? Does pesto sauce count as a food?
I think it does. Meringue. I love meringue.
Like lemon meringue pie, like that.
But even just the meringue.
I don't know what meringue
love.
is.
Meringue is like egg whites and sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, delicious.
Oh, it's pretty good.
It's so good. French or Italian meringue, both are great. I like
And there's also merengue, the dance.
the
right?
dance.
That's
yeah,
not,
And
it's not the same.
Funny, embarrassing thing. I didn't know how to spell meringue for a while. So every time I would
How do you
write
spell it?
So meringue, there are the two meringues that exactly you brought up, Colton. So there's meringue, the food, which is
Nice.
spelled MERINGUE. It's a
Oh.
French word.
Hi.
with an I, exactly. So I had been spelling it with an E for the longest time. And I think people just really thought I really like dancing, which I do, but not that type of dancing. So yeah, I'd be like, I love meringue.
Napcast
so
says
much.
Cool.
pesto sauce is a food, not a meal.
That's fine. We didn't say. Oh, did someone say favorite meal?
Oh wait, they did say favorite foods, so
Foods. Okay.
that's fair.
Okay. So I said a couple of my favorite foods. Let's hear some favorite foods.
Colton?
For me, I like banchan chicken a lot.
Banchan chicken is great. I agree.
If you haven't had banchan soy garlic chicken strips and you're local to one of their locations, definitely check them out.
This stream is not
That's
sponsored by
funny.
Banchan.
funny.
Also Pizza Hut pizza. I'm a big fan. David as well is a big fan of Pizza Hut.
I like pizza in
He and
general.
I share that
No.
common passion.
No, I like other pizzas. Sure.
Greeny996 says, see you guys, gotta go to school and eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Thanks for being part of the stream.
We
Appreciate
eat
it.
breakfast. I like breakfast foods.
Yeah, breakfast. good.
Okay. Bro,
My
hit us with some
favorite
fave foods.
You know, the quick for a quick bite pizza. It's pretty good.
What type of pizza? There's
what?
like an
I like
ocean of pizzas.
I like the controversial Hawaiian pizza, pineapple
Okay.
and ham. I know we had a big debate in the office about whether
understand.
pineapple.
We did
belonged
have a
on pizza.
big debate. We
There-
sometimes have like voting debates.
Yeah,
where
there was voting
people sort of have
involved
to.
and spirited
Yeah.
discussion. I think my
We
side
lost
of the
some
argument.
friends. And yeah, did not leave that without. I really cannot get over this like Bible thing.
He's
really-
definitely in some
Doesn't it?
dimension a missionary.
Leo-
But this is the worst life for a missionary.
Lido Fox 21 says, I enjoy listening to your talk. If you don't mind, please share the latest tech trends.
These tech trends.
I don't know.
Ooh, latest tech trends.
What are some tech trends right now?
And also,
Interesting. What's the latest tech trend?
Gasson1119 asks, do you guys live in Harvard School or outside the university?
Harvard School. My specific address is no. I'm just kidding.
Social security number.
Tech trends. Okay, so I think one interesting one. I think after the Cambridge Analytica scandal, leak, etc. I think a lot of companies are, I think Facebook's really trying to work on its image.
People are getting into the pineapple debate in the chat.
Really? What do
I won
people
that
say?
lap.
What's winning? You got this. You got this. You've earned
Also,
this. Keep going.
Someone said, I guess my name kind of fits the occasion this time, and their name is Blown to the Cartridge.
Oh, true. Yeah.
What is it?
So blown to the cartridge. So back in the old days of Nintendo and cartridge-based games, they were all on cartridges. So like basically ROM chips on them.
RAM or ROM?
Both sometimes, usually ROM,
Interesting.
but occasionally also RAM.
Okay.
And it would supplement the NES's internal RAM, and the
make it
NES
faster?
would, yeah, well, make it have more to use, not faster necessarily, because the CPU was only a certain speed. But the, sorry, hold on. The cartridges back in, I'm using the wrong item, that's why. Cartridges back in the day would occasionally, they had connectors that the NES, oh, it was a horrible bomb. They had connectors that the NES would, like electrical connectors that the NES would use to be able to tie into the cartridge, right? Or allow the cartridge to tap into the NES. And if those connectors were messed up at all, typically people would fix it by blowing into, oh, you can hit them from behind. It would, would blow into the cartridge to get rid of all the dust. That was
Interesting.
messing
That was
with
blocking.
the connectors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like a temperature thing, it's a dust thing.
Yeah, and I think temperature might have contributed to part of it in certain situations.
It's a win-win. Ooh.
It's hard.
Eliminated each other.
It's hard to, because of the input lag, like it's hard
Talk
to do quick
and-
things.
Fair.
There's like a, because if I hit the thing, that's how sword comes out late.
Yeah. Totally.
There's like a
Lag, yeah.
100, 200 millisecond delay. It's tragic.
David's thanking everyone for tuning into the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, thanks, David. I'm finally got a chance to play. a good time.
Also, MyoCat asked the question that we got in the Mario stream as well about whether we've heard about Rust and what do we think about it.
Oh, yeah.
What? I haven't heard about Rust.
Rust is a programming
Rust?
language.
R-U-S-S?
Yeah, R-U-S-T. Rust.
S-T, okay.
I have only heard good things about it. I've never
Wow.
used it. The people that like it tend to really, really like it. Like it's
What do you use it for?
I think that's what David said last time. He wasn't sure what it would be, like if it had a specific thing that it was good for.
Okay.
This is the controversial dungeon, by the way. Just look at the map.
Wait, look at what?
Look at the map.
Up there.
map?
Top
Oh yeah, that's pretty controversial.
Oh my gosh.
So
Is it just inverted or is that the same?
Yikes.
I don't know if it's. It might be inverted, in which case it's fine.
I feel like that's a thing you used to change.
They didn't change it for the American release, which is funny. But
Wow.
the inverted swastika is actually a Hindu symbol for peace, I believe.
Yeah,
If I'm not
I
mistaken.
saw like some meme that was like, it's like, you know, some like soldier gets a tattoo of the swastika like in like 1910, and the friend's like, oh, what is it? And it's like, oh, it's like a symbol for like peace or something. Like fast forward 50 years or something.
Best way to ruin something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tough to.
Well, because they took the symbol and then they just reversed it, right? The Nazis.
I don't know enough.
I'm going based on just what I heard too. I actually don't know
Interesting.
too much.
But yeah, I
Thoughts
think,
on the Go programming language? So I actually haven't heard about this one.
haven't heard.
I've heard about Go the game.
Go is similar to Rust, from what I understand. Like the two are kind of like trying to tackle the same things, multi-threading at scale. But I don't know too much about them in terms of personal use to be able to recommend them.
Oh, Andrzej Pietzlin. I'm so sorry. I totally butchered that. I know.
That's okay.
He says Rust is a systems programming language. It's a low-level language that wants to compete with C and C++.
Interesting.
This is horrible. There's no way. These guys are so strong, and the
Yeah.
lag is so high.
See, if we had the bow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
A
they have
bow
shields,
or the
too.
boomerang. If we had the boomerang, like I feel like we should go get the boomerang, come back here. You can freeze them with the boomerang. So the boomerang lets you throw it at something, and if you hit it, it freezes. So if it's frozen, you can come run up behind it, hit it a bunch of times, kill
Okay.
it.
I think if you're feeling particularly confident, go for it.
I'm
Go
feeling
back a
a
level.
lack of confidence in
Lack of confidence.
tackling this dungeon without it.
So if you died now, where would you?
Beginning of the world, yeah.
Beginning of the world.
I just need to figure out where I am relative to that.
The JP guy clipped part of the stream where I think you killed 2 enemies with 1 bomb.
Oh yeah.
And captioned with the feeling when 1 bomb kills 2 enemies or something.
Nice. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
It was a good feeling. I remember that exact moment. That's been the best moment by far of my playing so far.
Oh, Andrzej says Colton's pronunciation of his name is more correct.
Yeah, Andre or
Andre?
Andre.
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 Is that better? Andre?
Just wait 30 seconds in silence to hear back.
Yes.
So is the obviously everything that gets streamed is in sync, like our commentary with screen.
Yeah.
Okay, the lag
But
is
it is
just the
delayed.
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll see the stream will see embedded into the final video the comments at that moment that we're talking, but not
okay.
but not the 30-second delay. That would be cool.
So there's some links being posted on the chat, and there's requests for us to click on the links.
They won't see them because it's on my laptop. Either way,
So we can click on them just for fun.
depends on what it is. What are the?
We don't click on that. No, I'm
It
just kidding.
says me.me/I/never be afraid to stand up for what you believe.
I love how you said the whole link. Like, what if it's something terrible?
Just for safety for Colton's computer, I won't click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
if it's something you recognize, definitely click on it. If it's unrecognized,
Gasson119 says, "You're a beautiful Veronica with a heart."
Love it.
And Myocat says, "Rust is more for protection, like safety, memory leaks,
Oh.
those type of things."
yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Where was that first dungeon? Do you remember? It was like up here, right?
Nope, I do not remember. I should have been clear about that. Nope.
It was somewhere. I thought it was somewhere up here.
Oh,
Wasn't this?
nice.
That wasn't a
Oh.
dungeon though. I don't know where the. Give me
So
too much credit, Veronica.
We've broken 6,000 views just from people.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah,
That's cool.
that's cumulative of all our streams, which is pretty cool.
That's exciting. Aw.
Yeah, we
666.
broke 1,000 followers. We announced. I think Veronica was here when we announced it earlier, but we
Yeah,
broke
that was
1,000
exciting.
yesterday.
Nice.
Big news.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks again everybody who's followed. recently we just started. It was like 40 people because we were using Twitch for like small use cases, but we weren't actually using it for like actually using it well. And we started actually using it properly, and we've gotten a lot of people joining, which has been really cool.
Yeah.
We broke 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
I think also a lot of people that seem to be coming back.
Yeah, we
Which
have
is
a lot of
exciting,
we have a
yeah.
lot of core people that show up consistently, which is great.
I mean, you do a great job of, you recognize a lot of these people's names, which is cool.
T-Marg said that the boomerangs don't work on those guys that you were talking about.
They don't. That's like the worst news of all time. So you have to just hit them from behind. I mean, I still think we should use the boomerang to get the boomerang to have it because I feel like it's a super useful weapon.
Fair.
Oh, Nwanda3333 said the link is, it's a caption that says, "Never be afraid to stand up for what you believe in," and a guy holding up a sign saying, "Pineapple does go on pizza."
Oh, okay. Okay, so
That's
I think
funny.
I've seen that. I think. Oh, this thing again. Oh shit. I keep cursing. I should
Yeah,
probably
kid friendly, come on.
I should.
People are
When I play-
complimenting your gameplay.
When I appreciate it. When I play games, I tend to curse a little bit. Oh. That would have been a perfect opportunity to illustrate that. Where was that first dungeon? I don't remember where it was. And this is horrible. This is probably the most inefficient playthrough of this game of all time, but it's fun.
I'm waiting for the
like
chat
pretty-
to catch up to you guys.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Just when they were saying, "Very nice gameplay, you're doing so well."
And he's dead.
It's like when you said, "Wow, that was so smooth," and then I immediately died.
yeah. It happens.
It does. It's okay. Oh shit.
Yes, we have gotten laughing in all caps.
What? Just someone saying laughing?
No, like haha.
Oh, here's the dungeon. Okay, crap. Oh no. Oh, okay. We can do this.
Nice.
All right.
So this
yeah.
is the first original dungeon.
This
What do
is.
we want from here?
I want a boomerang from one of those moblin dudes.
How do you know that you can get them here and not anywhere else?
Well, this is the only place I know where they have them.
Ah.
That I've seen them. While we're here, we can also farm a little bit of money, I guess, which is nice. We get that blue candle. Do we have a blue candle yet? No, we don't.
I think the JP guy says he just clipped. I think he says I clipped that too, but I don't know if he's referring to your death or something else.
Maybe me cursing.
What do you mean clipped?
Oh, then he says Twitch is a place where only failure gets highlighted.
Yes.
So
Wait,
I feel like that's not always true.
Like
I feel like a
taking-
lot of people, when they have like really cool epic moments, those probably get clipped too.
like make like a
like you know the
GIF?
stream is like three hours
Yeah.
long or whatever, but
They make a
clip
sub
like a
video.
15 second, like a
and
sub
where
stream.
do they go? Where
They
do
can start on
these-
Twitch.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
supposed
can
to.
we see them? So we can see people's clips of this video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun. So like highlights.
Wow, I'm so awful at this right now just because, like I said, there's that input delay. So by the time I actually try to like back up from a monster,
Yeah.
they're already like touching me.
That's a convenient excuse, huh, Colton?
It is.
Like no one else has brought up today, but
No one else
You
knows
seem
that
to
there's really
keep-
any input lag. No one talked about input lag until you said,
yeah,
"Hey, huh?"
really.
Yeah, I guess not. Hey, now we all have excuses as to why we're doing terrible, right?
It's like those movies where the main character has been like dead the whole time or like something.
These are the moblins, by the way. They have the boomerang. See how they're shooting them?
You can get one from.
You can.
Love it.
It's a chance to drop.
See, the sad thing about this is that you can't just hard
There it is.
Nice.
So it's actually not a chance to drop. It just spawns in the room when you've killed them. So now we have the boomerang. Boom.
Oh, and it even follows your progress. That's nice.
That's cool. Oh, so you can like, do like a triangle.
You do some clever strategic shooting.
Decapitation.
Yes, decapitation.
Colton is actually standing. I offered him a seat, but he preferred to play standing.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I for some reason I just feel like I could do a better job standing. I'm not doing a great job, but
Do you play like when you're playing on a TV? Do you usually play standing?
no.
No.
But I think in this context, because I've been standing, maybe,
Yeah.
and also just because the chairs are rolling and it's just a little bit
A
awkward.
little rolling, yeah.
So do you throw the boomerang with B?
Yeah. And so notice that when I do that, if it hits them, they stay frozen.
So now what happens with the bombs?
I can just trade them out.
No.
It's so funny, Veronica. What do you laugh at?
It's just like getting
I'm doing my best.
so much use out of the boomerang.
Look at how fancy I am, too.
I don't go that far.
Just like
These things are constantly moving. There's only so much I can do. Okay, you know what? Screw this here.
You left the boomerang in the other room.
No, it's always with you.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, we got both. All right. There we
Nice.
go.
Now someone's gonna clip that. The feeling when one boomerang hits two enemies.
Yeah, true.
Got him. Oh.
Nice.
No. The friend came out of nowhere.
Yeah, see, that's what he gets. That guy doesn't stay frozen. Okay, whatever. It's kind of disappointing.
Mina Vazatoka says at CS50 TV, hello, love your lectures and the whole
Aw.
concept of sharing the clips on YouTube and giving a chance to the others to learn too is so cool. Greetings from Bulgaria.
Oh, awesome.
that's
Thank you so much for
cool.
joining. Really appreciate it. Doing so horrible. You can hit those guys? No.
You can't? Oh, because they're flying?
Yeah, I guess because they're flying. I think they're completely immune to damage. Oh, come on. Here we go. Oh, we got some activity out there. The party, we're having a holiday party that started, and we got lots of people showing up.
Yeah.
For Sunlight
Oh,
says I
man.
have to prepare for puzzle day, heading back to school.
Oh,
Nice,
fun. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for joining. What time is it now? It's about 5 o'clock. Probably adjourn here pretty soon and follow up with another stream at some point. Maybe try and fix the input delay if I can, because it'd be nice.
Throw that
You
one in there.
really are bringing us up a lot.
It's so true. Like,
That's how your
At
voice
least-
sort of got higher. It's so true.
My
There's-
favorite thing about gaming is just trash talking and trolling. That's definitely my favorite part.
oh yeah. Trash talker for sure. Well, there's
Does that mean
new
Follower.
A new follower. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's on
who's
the
our new
PC
follower?
that's down below you. Do you see it? Top of that list on the left.
Oh, Mina Vazatoka is
Oh,
Oh, nice. Thank you very much.
go Bulgaria.
Yeah, some representation for our prior Maria Zlatkova
Yeah.
from Bulgaria as well. She went on to work for Facebook.
Twitch Hello World says, is OS a truly important course to take? It sounds like a lot of time, and though I'm interested, it could be hard to do while working.
Oh, West?
Is OS 161?
Operating systems. Yeah, 161.
So David always says that's the course that's known for being the most time consuming of all the CS courses. I've
Really?
ever heard. Yeah. I think he said when he took it, it was averaging 40 hours a week, but now it's been split into bi-weekly problem sets that are 20 hours like each week to do. So it's still about the same, just spread out.
I feel like if someone has an interest in like systems, I feel like it's probably very useful knowledge.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be like a web developer or something, probably not that necessary.
Like Kohler, who's the professor for 61 right now, like every class is like, usually takes 161 to everyone, which is nice.
I'm sure there's a lot of really useful
It's encouraging,
knowledge
yeah.
as like, especially as like a
I feel like he also
computer
teaches
science
the course.
instructor. Yeah, he's gonna be biased.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like there's probably a lot of useful knowledge in there that probably could transfer to a lot of domains. But it depends on like you can't take every possible course and learn everything because there's not enough time. You're gonna have to figure out what is important
yeah.
to you, what you want to learn, where you want to work, what you want to do.
True, yeah.
And you can always learn more later, but you should probably learn the core concepts of what you're trying to accomplish
Fair, yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not in like a rigorous environment and you don't have a curriculum, probably just optimize for what will get you in the door, I think.
That makes
And if
sense,
the
yeah.
concern is just like not having enough time to do it since they said they're also working, then since it's a pretty heavy load, then I would only take it like just the one class, or if you have to do multiple ones, make sure that the rest are low level courses.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what are we doing now? Did
I'm
we...
trying to get back to the other dungeon. I don't remember where it is.
Oh no!
I thought I had a pretty good idea where it was, but is it down this way?
I remember the green dot was near the lower left corner.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
If I go this way? Thank goodness I got a
Nice.
heart.
Twitch Hello World says, I like AI, so I'm not sure what I should do before that. So I actually was taking the AI class at Harvard this semester, but I had so much going on in terms of work and personal life.
It's so
I ended up
hard.
dropping
This is so
it.
hard.
But the only required courses are, well, they recommend that you take Stat 110, which is probability and statistics before. And you know, the course is taught in Python, so having like being comfortable with Python is definitely helpful. But a lot of the material is very like independent. You learn about stuff that's specific to AI, not necessarily building from a different course. So having a good handle on probability statistics and a language like Python would probably be the most useful. And Nuwanda333 asks, so since someone asked about your favorite foods, can I ask your favorite books?
Ooh. Yeah, so we talked about this last week, but recently or 2 weeks ago, I've been reading a lot of Russian literature, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you have been.
I
Yeah.
don't have. I try to.
Are those on your favorite list, or is
So
that?
it's interesting. So I'm a person that I think I don't like to have favorites, but I also
3
have
enemies
lots
in
of
one hit, by the
favorites.
way.
So I would say a couple of the Russian literature ones are really making their way up on my favorites list. But I would say all-time favorite book.
Did I miss when you said you read more fiction? Do you like a particular type of genre or anything?
Like horror.
Goosebumps.
Oh, I read
Goosebumps
all
books,
of
yeah.
those as a kid.
That's
I read all
true.
those as a kid. No, I would
In
say
Spanish or in English?
Interesting. I think both.
I read
think
a
my parents-
Goosebumps in
Nice.
Spanish. That was the only Goosebumps I ever
What they
read.
were like? It's not like what was it called? Like not
Escalofríos?
I was about to say not Escalofríos, but I don't think so. I don't think it was the name of the series. I also read a lot of The Magic Treehouse.
Oh yeah.
What else did I read? I read. I used to read a lot as a kid. Unfortunately, I read less now.
You say unfortunately? Oh, unfortunate that you don't read as much now?
Yeah, I've also weirdly been using the word unfortunately in like the opposite way
And
for some
ironic.
bizarre reading. Like I'll be like, yeah, unfortunately, I really like this food, and it's now being
Yeah,
served.
you're right. The boomerang doesn't work against these guys. That's so
completely
frustrating.
futile.
Well, I mean, it helps. It helps when you're in the overworld, at least.
What's the
And actually,
overworld?
these things die in one hit
Versus
with
the
boomerang.
underworld.
Overworld just means
in the dungeon.
like when you're not in a level like this, like a dungeon level, like the world connecting everything else. If that makes sense.
What about your favorite books, Colton?
That's a good question. What were my favorite books? I like the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. That's probably my favorite series.
Oh, I've seen
Oh.
that. I've never read it. Isn't it like a really huge...
It's like 13 or 14 books. That is my favorite fantasy series, probably. I read all the Harry Potter books, and I like those as a kid. I don't know how they stack up as an adult, because I haven't read them in a long time.
Actually, I reread them, I think a few years ago now, but when I was I think maybe when I was a senior in high school, I reread them, wondering the same thing, whether they would hold up, having read them as a book, and they do.
Okay.
They're very well written.
I've never read them.
You never read the Harry
No.
Potter books? Wow.
It's on my list of things to do.
You should
Have you
definitely
seen
do
the
that.
movies?
Yeah.
So you already know everything that happens.
No, I'm sure the books have much more detail.
I mean, just like big plot
But yes,
things.
big plot. I know wizard.
Okay, that's like not really that specific. You should read them. Yeah, they're pretty good. After we are done with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
And then Lord of
So
the
many
Rings
series to
is
go
like
through.
a whole nother monster.
Have you read or seen The Perks of Being a Wallflower?
Yeah, both.
I love that book. That was one of my favorite books.
These guys are hard.
I like a lot of fantasy just growing up.
Same,
I
yeah, I
read
like-
so many fantasy
Like
books.
young adult fiction,
Yeah.
science fiction. Yeah,
I
for sure.
remember this series called Fablehaven. That was really fun. It was like a bunch of like mythical beings that were
That's cool.
actually part of the world.
Like Percy Jackson.
Yeah, like Percy Jackson type of thing. A book that I really like that apparently a movie version is coming out in 2019, made by Disney, is Artemis Fowl.
I read all of
Weren't they
those.
so
Yeah,
good?
those are good.
I'm really
remember
excited to see whether the movie's any good.
Oh, those are
I remember
good.
seeing those in like the library, like my elementary school library or whatever, but I never read them.
That was
I
my
read all of
first.
them, yeah.
That was like my first interaction with a book or TV or movie about like the main character is a genius, right? And so the premise is that the main character, he's just a kid. He's a complete total genius. His family's super rich, so he has a lot of influence in the world. And then there's like fairies that are part of the real world, but the fairies aren't like what you usually think of. And there's a lot of like interactions between when he discovers fairies, he becomes obsessed with their world and stuff. It's really interesting.
I read a book similar to that, but like an adult one. Not in that sense.
Oh, I
Fowl.
didn't even think of that. I just.
No, like an adult, like made for adults, like
Backtrack back.
Don't
Salvage this friendship.
Don't use the word adult.
can't talk for mature audience. I can't make it. I can't make it.
An 18
I
plus
can't
book.
talk. I can't talk and play at the same time. But it was like a serious book. It was like about
Okay. Not made for.
They're reacting to you roasting me.
yeah. I'm roasting you about what?
You know, I read that book, but for adults.
Oh, okay, got it. It's funny. It sounded like I was going in a different direction.
Yeah,
with that.
I'm happy people haven't picked up on that.
Yeah, that was no. It was like it was about like
Reboot.
it was about like a crap. It was about like a 20-something-year-old guy whose like family dies or like commits suicide or whatever. And in his state of grief, he gets like teleported to some alternate world, and it's like run by fairy creatures or something. And it's kind of weird.
Love
But-
it.
People caught on to it. They say Colton's home talk is coming out.
Wait,
Keep it kid friendly.
Yeah.
That's
No,
funny.
I used the. It was hard to find words to describe what I was trying to describe.
I do like that. It's a pretty long series. There's I don't know, close to 10 books, and each book he kept getting older. So it's like
yeah.
the themes kept
You grow
becoming
with
more and more
them.
mature. Yeah.
Like Harry Potter kind of too.
Also, someone, Gasson119 asked, "Hey Veronica, do you like big or small games?" I'm not sure what they mean.
I also don't know what they mean.
I don't know if they mean like console, like on the TV.
I have
or
no
like a
idea. I really
handheld.
am not, like, despite what you might assume, I'm
You're not big on games,
not
are
the
you?
biggest gamer. But no, yeah, please elaborate on big versus small games.
Let's see. We were talking for a bit, so I'm wondering if I missed any other. Nuwanda 330 3333 3333 3333 says Veronica might prefer J.K. Rowling's crime series, the Strike novels.
Interesting.
And I also missed this, but someone who recommended this. Someone, I can't remember who it was, but they recommended
Ooh,
a
nice.
Farthest we got in this dungeon yet. Here we go.
Whoa,
recommended
okay.
a physics
Oh,
book.
no.
I can't find it in the chat now. Apparently Artemis Fowl was on someone's reading list, and now they're going to read it as soon as possible. Yeah, that was one of my favorite books growing up. I haven't gone back and reread them, so I don't know how much they hold up reading it, you know, when you're older. But actually, that's a lie. I reread it, but in Portuguese when I was teaching myself how to speak in Portuguese.
Oh.
Since I'd already read it in English, I figured it would be
Good. A good
easier
challenge,
to-
yeah.
Whoa,
What
hello.
is this?
Venus flytrap?
I don't know what it is. Let me use bombs.
Definitely a Venus flytrap.
Oh, come on.
So is this the boss level, I guess?
No. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You got it.
Oh man.
Wow.
That was so close. Wow.
We did it.
Wow, that is nice job.
That was
Nice.
so lucky. They
Oh
went
my
right into the bomb, right into the bomb.
Luck or skill?
luck, 100%. But it was fun. I had a good time.
Scale.
I think so. It's 5, 8, 16. I feel like this is probably a good time.
Yeah,
to cut the
yeah,
stream.
end on
We have
a
the-
really positive
Good
note.
ending.
Yeah.
note.
on a
Oh,
good
yeah.
note. We had we have the holiday thing going on here. Thanks everybody who tuned in today for our game-related stream. So tomorrow's will be educational. It's going to be on C, low level C. I'm going to get out of here just so I can switch to the fuller view on the screen. So, bada bing. So now you should be able to see us a little bit larger. So yes, thank you very much, everybody, again. So yeah, tomorrow will be low level C. Then we're having the fair, Yale and
Ooh,
Harvard's
on
fair.
Thursday.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty awesome. I just realized I've been like pretty quiet this whole last like
Friday.
20 minutes because I've
Friday.
been like focused on games.
We're
What's on
asking what
Friday?
time it starts?
Oh, the Harvard.
on Friday.
Is it on oh yeah, you're right. On Wednesday we go to set up, and Thursday's the Yale fair, and then Friday's
Yeah.
the Harvard fair.
I think, yeah,
Is that the
pretty sure
case? Okay.
Oh, I think they might have been asking what time does the stream tomorrow start.
Oh, the stream
Oh.
tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's the time that we usually do Nick's streams on. And we do
fun.
we've been doing it like every Tuesday so far
that's fun.
for the last
Very
few
cool.
weeks. But yeah, tune in for that one if you're interested in C, low level C. We'll talk about. I think we're gonna go into like assembly as well because we're gonna be
Fun.
covering like GDB and like
Oh,
decompiling.
GDB's so fun. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a good time. Thanks to Veronica Thanks to Rodrigo for joining us for the game. We got through 2 dungeons. Maybe we'll do a follow-up stream, finish the rest of the dungeons.
Yikes! That was.
I gotta figure out the I gotta get the input sorted out. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Triforce triangles potentially.
So much
That's a
potential for so many follow-up videos.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. No, but thanks everybody again. Tune in tomorrow, twitch.tv/CS50TV. It should be on the title card. It's not actually. That's okay.
We'll get that up there.
If you're watching on YouTube, follow us, twitch.tv/CS50TV. This was CS50 on Twitch, and we will see you all tomorrow. Have a good.
Bye. Have a nice day. Happy holidays.